kicking like
1, 2,
Dolomite.
3,
Last one
4,
got copyright. I'm kicking like
5
Dolomite.
just to be sure.
Hey, one time,
Last
you
one
ready?
got
Copyright.
Yeah.
Last one got
Fuck it.
copyright. Hey.
You know what time it is. Every time I rhyme, it's just a sign that I'm about to kill. Yeah, it's time for weapon wheel. We got the skill, we got the games. Don't make me grab it still. I put a hole in one like Abby did to Joe. Yeah, for real. And when it comes to aiming, I don't miss like Master Chief. I'll grab the piece and give your ass a halo just for talking sweet. When it comes to gaming, yeah, you know our team's elite. Check the leaderboards, we run the game. You should pick up your feet. You can't lose them too smooth, just going to admit defeat. And ain't no capping around here, cause like Bond, I keep receipts. The most dangerous, better than these other guys. Try to come for us, what's like between your eyes like Jen Sakai. That's no lie, no prank. I grab the ratchet, no clank, and get my jiggy mask to show you how Jack Move got his name. Yeah.
Weapon Wheel Podcast.
Look. King of the castle like Cooper, captain of the ship. My name ain't Blandrew, but don't make me have to hit the switch. We'll dump you overboard, then watch the views. I ain't talking Twitch. Hey, yo, Alex, go ahead. Talk to him real quick.
Oh, the Dolomite is my name, and fucking up motherfuckers is my game. Dolomite, motherfucker, you heard her.
Claim it, a strike to claim it. And he got it!
They had the nerve to copyright the game. One time, it's just the bitches. Hey. Say yo, still putting wheels on the pavement. My game so tight, it's like Jordan 1 lazy. We stay in these gaming streets, ain't no way to be dormant. Ay, a Drake will leave your body uncharted like Lost Fortune. Coco Long scene was cute, ay, and yeah, it served its purpose. But I'm trying to give a detailed description of what a hearse is. I say we flip the switch on these niggas before it get bland. I see a lot of pods jacking the format like Dapper Dan. You hitting the dislike button, you still a fan. Talk slick in the comments and like Dutch, I got a plan. We don't do the sneak this and that's that stuff that get you banned. Last time we told your ass to squat up, you turn telling right. It's like I play with the sliders up. You just got 30 niggas, heard me, the time is up. Since 2015, we been kicking game knowledge up. Dust your boots and join the crew if you wild enough.
Developers.
Dolomite, motherfucker, you heard her.
40 clips, kicking like Dolomite. Hey, 40 clips. Aimed at your fit beam, shotties, so much ammo, it don't make sense. Trying to compete is a sacrifice, die again in your afterlife. I'm taking a road trip anytime you niggas wanna fight. Polygons and body counts, that's all that I tend to like. Any other podcast, a copy here look alike. Hey, and what they say? Hey, what I say? Hey, I put them in the dirt. Toss like get hurt, no face, no case, smashed up like a jiggy merch shirt. Sliding in that vet, I'm gonna get back, time to pay that debt. It's time for weapon wheel.
Yo, what's good, chat? What's good? Let me know if y'all hear me. Blandrew, how are you doing, good sir?
I'm doing good, but I'm more worried about my good brother Jack Move out there. I see him on Twitter fighting with a lot of people.
Oh man, say it ain't so. Couldn't be me. I keep the peace. I don't fight with nobody. Hey, let me know if y'all can hear Blandrew good, because, you know, I made some changes to OBS settings and all that, just making sure didn't mess up anything. Hope everybody is having a fine Sunday evening. I mean, you know, when Weapon Wheel Podcast is on, it got to be a good Sunday for y'all, right?
Jack said he might be a little bit late. He's just taking a dump right now.
Awesome. I love that. I love that for him. It's so great.
I put that little imagery out there before we started the show.
Yeah. He waits till Weapon Wheel to take a shit. What does that mean?
No,
how he
I
feels about the
I
podcast.
I definitely do that too. There's been minutes I've been like 10, 15 minutes late, but
So y'all just taking shit on Weapon Wheel time.
absolutely.
Okay, I got it. Y'all moving bowels on Weapon Wheel time. Okay, I see how y'all feel about this. Hey man, all right, y'all clearly showing how y'all really feel about doing this, man. It's great. BG, you a little low? Am I? Hold on, let me like check. Yo. Okay, let me turn myself up a little bit. Yeah, you're right. I was a little low. Okay, I turned myself up a bit so y'all can hear my luxurious, sexy voice. So we actually got two guests coming on today. One of them isn't really a guest. She's gonna have some people crying just because she's gonna be here. You know, the typical dudes that be crying. She's you know. You already know who she is because
Is it Mocha?
Yeah, of course. Because every
Oh,
time
okay.
she comes on here, like dudes start whining and complaining and bitching. You know, things that grown men around here tend to do. And we actually have another guest, another black female of the community, another black female gamer, another black queen, if I would say so myself. Because you know, Weapon Wheel is one of the only podcasts around here that trying to give our black queen some shine, trying to hear their opinions around here. You know, something like.
Who's that?
I don't know if y'all know her. She's been in a few Twitter spaces. Morgan.
Oh, okay. Okay. I already know what type of show this is gonna be.
What you mean? Just gonna be a regular show.
Pony Will podcast time. Let's get it.
They're not ponies. She's not a pony.
Isn't she?
No, she's a gamer.
Ah,
You know what that means.
that's what they're calling it now.
Yeah.
Just be a bias neutral like me. You'll be happier that way.
An endorser of quality, as I call it. Hey, Blandrew, you should literally just like start tearing Bond a new one because he's been late like every podcast. Remember when he be on your ass? Remember that month where Bond was literally? I thought he had like a low key obsession with you.
Yeah,
unhealthy one. I was like, yo, something wrong with this nigga Bond this month, like. And then this nigga shows up late, weeks in a row.
Who goes to Canada randomly throughout the year?
Yeah. So
Bond said he got to take a dump too.
You lying?
I'm serious. Look at the DMs,
bruh. Niggas don't respect my shit. No pun intended. Niggas don't respect me, bruh. We was just in the after dark talking about when we finally decide, I guess, or when I finally decide to retire from Weapon Wheel. Don't worry, y'all don't gotta speculate. It's no time soon. But I said we at least gonna make it to 500 episodes. I said that at least. But the way niggas disrespected my time, hey man, I might be in a rush. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yo, BG, I came in to ask if I can book someone for the show.
No fuck niggas.
Not this week, for next week. Can I see if I can get Xbox University?
See,
I was actually holding it down for Xbox right now.
I was actually gonna ask him, because I had him blocked, but I talked to him in Twitter Spaces. I talked to him in Twitter Spaces. We made we cordial now at least. We cordial.
You made some peace.
So I actually don't mind him coming on. Did I have anybody for the 3rd? I gotta check, but I'm fine with him coming on. Let me just check the calendar to see if I had anybody.
I'll let him know.
Yeah, Xbox University is fire.
He makes those Twitter Spaces Xbox right now.
Yeah,
you be convincing me. You only Xbox nigga that makes me maybe like, hold up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna head out. I just came in to see if I could hear him up real quick. All right.
Hey Tony, what's good? About Tony left already? Sheesh.
Yeah.
So what you telling me is you and Bond coordinate your shit times on Weapon Wheel time.
Man, my stomach was hurt. Actually, my stomach was hurting like 30 minutes ago, but I got bombarded with fucking hate on Twitter. I had to defend myself a little bit, but I'm here
Well,
now. You
stop
know,
eating fish and cheese sandwiches.
I had a burrito today, sir.
Y'all don't feel a little sus as grown men that y'all had to take a shit at the same time? That's kind of gay.
It's gay having to move your bowels, BG. What are you saying? Right now?
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
What's wrong with you, dude? So
No,
if you go
yeah.
to a sporting event, there's multiple people in the bathroom. You're like, damn, we gay. How we all got to piss at the same time, y'all? Ew.
You know damn well what I meant. Like y'all niggas virtually like plan to take a shit together. That's crazy.
Something wrong with you, BG.
Mocha, how are you? All right, fuck you too.
I'm great. I'm good.
Okay, I'm glad.
Huh?
How's the wife and kids?
What?
I'm asking Mocha, how's the wife and kids?
You're implying that Mocha's married to a woman? What?
Right. Like, what do you mean?
It's just
What's good? What's good with you, bro?
It's just a saying. Even though I have seen, Mocha try to, I've seen, Mocha talk to some women, you know what I'm saying, with the yacht and the means, and I'm like,
Women like me. I can't help it.
She got that crossover appeal, you know what I mean? She attract men and women, you know?
Tell them, Jack.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I see it.
Just saying, I seen the things. Didn't you say like a woman tried to bag you the other day in a supermarket or something, and you let her bag you?
She did.
She got the number?
She did. But it was funny. I thought it was funny.
You smashed?
Oh,
BG.
What's wrong with you, bro?
What happened?
Hey, yo, you on one already this week, man. You ask people how their ass opened up. You ask people if they smashed. Hey, what's going on, dog?
Hey, man.
What the hell?
I'm not smashing any women, no.
Okay.
We can be friends, but yeah.
You don't smash your friends? Never mind.
Oh, man.
I've been back 5 minutes. 5 minutes, and you tripping.
I'm just trying to see where you at. I'm checking the temperature. Trying to see where you at. Morgan, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Walked in on an interesting conversation.
Mm-hmm. It's always interesting over here. All right. Wow, Smooth ain't here either. I just realized that.
Man, they slacking, man. I need when them getting the cut of their Patreon, man. Let's just put that out there. You know what I mean?
Let me guess. Smooth taking a shit too. Okay.
Why you worried about the status of everybody asshole, man?
I'm not. I'm worried about y'all being in here on time and respecting our viewers like viewership.
Jack wants to be respected in return. Ain't that right, Jack? Ain't that what happened on Twitter?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's going on Twitter. Hey, they own me on Twitter. I didn't even do nothing. I'm chilling.
That woman set you up. I couldn't even be mad at it. Like, she threw a live grenade on your ass and like let these niggas come after you.
I was like, man, you got a nice supportive audience. I wish my audience was supportive like that. You're a man. I'm like, huh? What happened? Okay.
Misogyny.
Somebody else would know. I wish you didn't hate women so much. Yeah, I don't even know you. You don't even know what I like. What the hell going? Hey, yo, this is crazy.
Hey, yo,
this
that
is crazy.
shit was funny, bruh. The oppression of the male gaze. I was like, oh man.
I had some dudes with their sunroof missing coming at me, man. Dude showed up without a hairline on the tweet. It's a lot going on right now, man. Shout out to everybody on Twitter, though, man.
I think you were very nice. I wouldn't have been as nice. Definitely.
See, at first, I told one of the first chicks to put a dick in her mouth, but then I thought about it. I'm like, that's not nice.
Oh.
See, I reverted back, right? Then I even apologized for that, right? Because I was mad because I woke up and this first shit I'm seeing. I was going to fly off the handle at first, but I'm like, you know what? I'm going to revert back, fall back, be nice about it. So, yeah, man, I don't even know what's going on.
Nah, but then you told another man that his hairline got on the timeline after he did.
I saw that.
Hey, he attacked me. I don't know what's... Then they got a picture... He hid his profile, then he changed his profile picture. Then it's another dude that's after me. I think they call him Kiki or some shit. Hey, man, I don't know. The Bussy Squad is after me now, man. Listen, I'm like Mocha. Women and men coming after me today. I don't know what's going on, okay? I'm just trying to fall back. How y'all doing?
Okay. Well, Bond is late, so screw that nigga. We gonna get this started. We honestly don't got not that much happened this week besides the Nintendo overlords hitting us over the head with over the head with some bullshit. I'm sure Blandrew was happy about that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So yeah, we gonna get this started. This is Weapon Wheel Podcast, episode 298, almost at 300. We are on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, and you can listen to us on your favorite streams, audio streaming platform. Please hit that like button if you're in here. You can support the Weapon Wheel Podcast on Patreon, and all the links are in the description. You could get into the Discord also by hitting the join button. And if you would like to, submit a video to be featured during the podcast, link is in the description for that too. So let's get to these intros. Start off with our newest guest, Morgan. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? How's everybody on the panel today?
Good. Do you want to plug anything? Tell the audience about yourself. What you playing, maybe?
I mean, it's not really much to plug. The only social media that I'm on is on Twitter. So if you want to follow me, it's Chill Bandit. As far as when I'm playing, it's a game that you don't really have much respect for, VG. Death Stranding, director's cut.
My condolences.
I'm having a really good time. This is the first time that I played it. I didn't get to play it on PS4. Never got around to it, so this is my first experience. It's really fun. I'm having a good time with it so far.
Okay. As Blandrew would ask, what's your platform of choice?
We're just about to ask too.
Oh, PlayStation.
Yeah. See.
Why you gotta say it like that?
BG knows what he's doing. That's all I'm saying.
Trying to give black women a platform to hear their voices more? What do you mean, sir?
You know exactly what you're doing.
You think? Bro, first of all, I really didn't know her platform of choice. I've heard her in some Twitter Spaces and all that, but I was like, this is a black woman. I'd like to hear more of her opinions on gaming, so I invited her. It was nothing more, nothing less, sir.
Okay.
I try to put my people on, man. That's all I ever try to do, always. You got a problem against that, Blandrew? Is something wrong with that? Can I do that?
I love females, but
Okay. Why you didn't say black females?
Because I'm not discriminatory.
It's not discriminatory to just declare your own sisters. It's okay, Blandrew. Say black females. Say I love black females. It's okay.
I love all women.
Oh man.
Oh, there you
It
go.
shouldn't be surprising when people play on PlayStation if PlayStation gives the best experience. But
Ooh.
yeah.
Landry
Exactly.
said all women's lives matter.
Oh man, MAGA Drew. Okay. Mocha.
Hi. Y'all already know who I am. Hey, Mir, love me. Hello. Happy Sunday.
All right. Smooth.
What's up, everybody?
You all right?
Yeah, I'm just having a bad day right now.
Oh, okay.
Oh man. It's the initiative's fault.
No.
Jack
Hello.
and Blandrew.
How's it going, everybody? Just got out of church. Been up since 3 o'clock, so I'm kind of tired as well, but I'm here.
3 a.m.?
Yeah.
The hell you doing up at 3 a.m.?
Playing video games on my Nintendo Switch, the best place to play. Playing ActRaiser right now.
God.
You woke up at 3 a.m. to play it. Okay. That's what's up, man.
That's wild. Okay. So let me see where we gonna get started on. Actually, yeah. Let's since Morgan mentioned it, Death Stranding director's cut came out this week, and y'all know my disdain, my hatred for said game. Death Stranding, and I was hoping when it released on PS4 and it got the PS5 patch or whatever it was, the upgrade. I was hoping that would be the last we hear about the game, but then we heard this narcissistic, megalomaniac decided to make a director's cut because
BG, can you stop speaking like a feminist and speak
because
normally, please?
using educated words is okay, Bond. Anyway,
no, those aren't educated words. educated words would be calling him an overrated social reject clown.
Okay.
Sheesh.
You're cooler than me, Bond. So,
I'm just saying.
BG, stick to your.
You literally described this man like he was some kind of supervillain.
I mean,
he's a narcissistic megalomaniac.
He is. He's
like,
a supervillain to the gaming industry.
Oh my god.
So that's exactly what he is. He decided to make a director's cut because in his mind he thinks he's some type of genius and he really wants to direct movies, but nobody, is going to give this dummy a chance to actually, produce and direct the movie. So he uses video games to do that. But
I disagree because Sony can make a Trash of Us movie or a series and greenlight a Twisted Metal series. They should let Kojima do something.
Everything Kojima does is to stroke his own ego. Nothing is for anybody else. Okay? He doesn't make games or products for anybody else. But Morgan, since you've been playing the director's cut, I mean, since you never played the original, so you can't compare the two, but I guess just give us your thoughts on the game so far.
I think the game is really fun, but I can see why other people wouldn't like it. It's a game with a particular taste. It just happens to match mine. Like I really like games that involve a little bit of strategy. Like you gotta have to plan out your route. You gotta kind of have to balance your cargo on Sam's back or whatever vehicle he's using. I just like games like that. So this is kind of right down my alley. And the visuals, the 4K, the 60, like everything's like tip top. It's really good. So.
Okay. Has anybody else got the director's cut?
No.
I canceled my pre-order. I'm gonna pick it up later on a discount.
There's too many games out right now, y'all. I gotta beat some of the other shit I'm playing, man.
How many y'all sitting on for the year?
Oh, here you go. You trying to start something?
I think I just beat my 15th game last night. Let me see.
I'm on 19 right now.
I'm on
30.
I'm
on 17. What about you, BG?
30?
Yeah, Kenna was my 30th.
I'm gonna exercise my right to remain silent.
Oh no, I'm at 14. I'm at 14.
Well,
What you call him up? What you say?
That's a right I'll never. That's a right I'll never exercise, BG.
I plead the fifth on this one.
I
Y'all
think
will
you
know.
just got called a bitch on the pike. What you saying today?
Hey, I plead the fifth, and y'all will know.
Got that boy stuttering and everything.
Y'all will know my number, my count at the end of the year when you're entitled to it.
Your
That's
body
the only
count.
time. Yeah, it's a secret. It's a social security number for me right now. Y'all do not.
Just say you was playing on another account like the Xbox dudes be saying.
Oh yeah, that's the. Oh yeah,
and
that's
you forgot all the login information and what the name of that account is. You good, bro?
Yeah. Them Xbox dudes really be using that line that should never get old. Nah, it was my alternate account and I gave it to my cousin's brother and he lost the path. That shit fire, bro. They really
That's heat.
That shit heat.
I am at 20 currently.
Damn.
That's nice. I mean, listen, everything I've been playing is quality. That's all y'all need to know right now. Everything is a banger.
Quality over quantity, man. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, y'all will know later. Okay, so nobody else is.
It's only at Returnal and Resident Evil.
Oh, see. Oh man, the jokes. I'm gonna let the jokes fly because like I said, next year I'm gonna create a point system, and so y'all ain't gonna get away with this robbery y'all doing, padding
What are you
y'all
talking
list.
about next year? We're still in this year. What you doing this year,
man.
BG?
I like to
What
look
you
into the
doing?
future.
Because you talked all that hot shit. You talked a lot of hot shit. So, now you don't want to say anything.
I'm looking to the future. Those. If you don't plan for the future, you're bound to fail. So that's all I'm saying. So I'm thinking about that. This year almost over. We got 3 months in. Y'all still worried about this year? This year practically over, man. Y'all need to move on. Come on, man. Y'all got to think ahead.
You got to start something before you move on, though, BG.
Next year's games are going to be way better too. By the way, so this year it was next year way better.
Most of them are coming out in February.
Yeah,
February. Yeah,
it's definitely a hot
I
month.
just know it was no excuses when it was me. So we gonna hold you accountable the same way that you held me accountable, okay?
Hey, Bond, don't you say that women have no right to talk about accountability?
Don't try to have Bond say, bitch, this is your battle. Don't have Bond hop in and try to fight your battles for you. You fight your own battles. You just don't have a comeback because you're losing right now.
Hey, Bond, go on a tangent.
No,
Go on a
Bond,
tangent, nigga.
No, Bond, no. Don't let him do it. Don't let him do it.
This nigga go on a tangent.
You be out here bullshit and people let you get away with that shit.
This nigga Bond go on a tangent every other time.
No. We not tap dancing. We not tap dancing. No.
You hear what you said though, BG? You said women have no rights for accountability. They're supposed to have accountability.
No, to talk about accountability. I said to talk about it.
How can women not be able to talk about accountability?
Because they always dodge it.
That doesn't mean they can't
They're
talk about
dodging
it.
right now.
BG trying to get canceled today.
Exactly.
Okay. Oh, shit. All right, man.
No offense, Morgan.
I slightly agree.
Oh man. Thank you. So yeah, you know, like, listen, let's not harp on how many games I beat. It's not important right now. Come on, Mocha. Let's move on. Come on.
You harped on it on me, but yeah, let's move on. Let's ahead.
Move on. You know,
Yeah.
Come on. Let's not talk about small shit. It's not important in the grand scheme of things. You know.
Right.
I don't like to focus on me.
You said she only beat one game. What was it? 1 game a monitor or 3 games a monitor? What you had said?
He told me I beat 3 games per monitor, right?
Yeah, I remember that. That was crazy.
Right. Yeah, you remember? Okay. All right.
Damn, BG.
All right. Meanwhile, I was watching you play Kana yesterday, and you were still in the forest. But anyway. Anyway.
I'm at the end of the game now, ma'am.
Not when I seen you yesterday. You were in the beginning of the game in the forest.
I live streamed for 5 hours though, so you know I made a lot of progress. I was busy. I went out this weekend. Okay, I got a life.
You beat it, and so you can have 3 games on your list for the year.
I got a life. I was out. Okay.
What?
I was on the town. Okay, I hit the town like Bond.
I couldn't have a life.
This is the first time I heard BG brag about going outside. This is crazy.
Facts. I touched grass this weekend.
BG don't be outside. He be mad. He be mad when he gotta go outside.
I touch mad grass. I don't know what you talking about.
You were on Twitter yesterday complaining because your wife wanted you to go on a double date. You don't go outside.
You got proof?
I can pull it up if you don't go delete it real quick, because that's what you do. That's what you do.
I never did that.
First of all, that's wild, BG. If the girl was uncomfortable with going out on a date with a guy, she shouldn't just go. Like seriously, like if you need 2 escorts to go on a date, then you don't need to be going on that date.
That's a fact. Hey man, you know. It is
like
what
if
it is.
any of my friends are like, look, I need you to come out with me because I'm not sure about this guy. Like, look, if you're not sure enough that you can't go out on a date with him, then you don't need to be going out with him.
Hey, I mean, can't necessarily disagree. Thanks for that tangent, Bond. Appreciate the alley. What's the so let's move on to the next topic. So yeah, that was Death Stranding director's cut. There's not much more to say about that. Let's see. Let's just talk about this this Halo multiplayer beta. Am I the only one here that played it though?
I didn't play it because I don't want to play it.
Smooth played it.
Oh yeah. Forgot we got the of course the best bot.
Yeah, the best bot, yeah.
Okay, so let me just say this this thing is heat. I'm loving it. It's classic Halo. And like the thing about Halo is, and I think why so many people are frustrated with 343 is, to create a successful Halo, at least multiplayer, you really don't got to do much. It's an evergreen formula. You can honestly replicate it every single time, and it will kind of be fine. I know some people want some changes, but no drastic changes. And this just feels like more classic Halo. Some things need to be adjusted. I think they need to buff the Magnum pistol. I have noticed that they've made every gun across the board a lot more accurate. The movement is great. It looks good. I mean, I played it on PC. It looks good. You got some dudes. It was some weirdos talking about, it's the best next gen game. I'm like, I wouldn't even consider this game next gen. But that's that's besides the point. It looks good. The performance is up and down, but it's a beta, so that's to be expected. I've seen people like Alex saying that it's a terrible port and the game is not ready to be released. I'm like, listen, I don't know exactly what he's talking about. I was getting some good frames. Like, yeah, there were some stutters here and there, but Alex's PC is taped together with Gorilla Glue and fucking bobby pins and shit. So
that's just the Lord at work right there. Oh no, it's Alex and Blessed Red and a bunch of PC thieves are having problems with this game, so I support it. Shout out to 343.
Oh man. So yeah, I mean, I saw some people like them saying like it's not ready and it's in terrible condition. Listen, some other people say, hey, it's working fine for us, and yeah, it was good for me. But yeah, I had a lot of fun.
That's a you problem. That's a you problem. It sounds like, right, BG?
It is. But yeah, it's just really fun. Like I was really like happy in my heart and soul when I played it. Finally got some real multiplayer games coming back. Not all this battle royale and all this other dog shit multiplayers that I don't like. So I'm happy about this, man. Smooth, what are your thoughts?
As far as the gameplay, it's great. Halo, I think, has always been smooth. The visuals are impressive. I wouldn't go as far as what people have been saying, like, oh my god, it's the best next gen looking game. It looks good, obviously. But in terms of just performance, I'm playing on the best platform possible, for Halo, so Xbox. But so I'm not dealing with any issues on the performance side of things. But the only thing, I guess, like as far as when playing the game, like I kind of forget about all the issues that I have about it. They eliminated one of the concerns I had. I thought, obviously it being free to play, that the game would lack modes. But just in this test alone, I think we had like 4 different modes. I think there was Capture the Flag, which was a mode I thought wasn't going to be there. There was a mode like Domination. It wasn't called Domination, but it was like comparable or Control Point. And then obviously your standard Slayer. And they're supposed to do Big Team Battle at some point, which hasn't been done yet. And we know that's
next week, I think.
So we know they're not. So the modes are I'm pretty okay with. The only thing is that like I said, I'm still skeptical on like the XP thing. But as far as like playing, I mean, it's great. I mean, like I'm curious to see what's up with the campaign because the multiplayer feels ultra polished. It feels ultra polished. Like it's.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of any complaints right now, but
yeah,
it's kind of lit right now.
Yeah, there's a few bugs like there's a few exploits that people have figured out. Like you could spam melee attacks by switching to your gun and switching right back to melee, and like you can literally just throw like 100 punches in a minute. So they have to fix that exploit.
Now they need that though. That's actually kind of funny.
No, but people could kill you like that. That's literally broken. If I get killed like that, I'm raging. So they need to fix that. There was some stuff with like grenade spam. I saw some videos about grenade spam, not like regular grenade spam, but like I don't know how he was like throwing out like 100 sticky grenades or something like that. I saw a video on that.
Actually, one issue where we went into overtime. And I literally spawned into the screen where I wasn't available, but I could shoot. Now I could hear the sound, but I wasn't there. So it was essentially like 4-on-3, and we lost it, and it was like a glitch. But
yeah, and the game finally feels great on mouse and keyboard. They doing PC gamers right this time. So I've been playing on mouse and keyboard. As you know, in previous Halos, if you didn't stand a chance if you use mouse and keyboard. Controller is just way better, especially because of the heavy magnetism aim assist. Like damn near on Halo, like as long as you put your reticle like near somebody's head, it's gonna do the rest of the job for you. The only gun that's kind of hard for me to use on mouse and keyboard is the battle rifle, which is kind of the most important gun, the main gun in the game. But every other gun feels great with mouse and keyboard. The game feels balanced. The animations look fluid and natural. The sound design is really good. The pacing and the speed of the game is right. The map design. Yeah, man. Regardless of like everything and all the bad press that it's gotten, it's definitely looking to be a good multiplayer game. And
you're welcome, Smooth.
Oh yeah, because you were against it being delayed.
Exactly.
Hey.
Mm-hmm. What do you got to say, Smooth? You're welcome, Smooth.
No. What? We still haven't seen the campaign, so we don't know why it was delayed though.
I mean,
true.
And I saw some people like complain about like Bloom. I think they're mainly talking about like the assault rifle. People saying Bloom doesn't belong in a Halo game. I agree. Yeah, I think they did that because, like I said, they've made all the guns more accurate across the board. So I think that's why they added Bloom. I'm guessing.
You're a super soldier. Bloom should not exist.
Yeah, I get you. But yeah, man, the multiplayer is definitely right. I definitely think people still got to worry about that single player. You know, we still haven't seen that. September, we really still haven't seen none of the single players. So that's looking sketchy.
That's it.
Yeah.
I think they do something. They need to being this long. They need to have some sort of like state of play sort of premiere for it. They have to. It can't just go this whole entire time and then we do like a quick preview and that's it, and then we release the game. That's going to be spooky.
Yeah. True. And developers are against demos nowadays, but I think I don't know, because the campaign might be a little spooky, so you might not want to release a demo. People are already like skeptical about it. Probably won't help. Oh. But yeah.
Look better, that's all.
Yeah, I guess looking better is the important part. I think a lot of people were convinced about the gameplay. You know, it wasn't really the gameplay that was in doubt. I guess it was really the visuals. So, true. Okay.
Are you actually gonna play this game when it come out, BG?
Absolutely.
How long? If you had to guess,
it'll be his fourth game beat.
Y'all got jokes tonight. Y'all got jokes tonight. This is I like this. Y'all cool tonight. Okay. You mean am I going to continue to play the multiplayer?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I played Halo 5 multiplayer as long as anybody else around here.
Did people play it around here?
Yeah. I mean, listen, we still got screenshots. And me usually at the top of the leaderboard, and Smooth at the bottom. And me, like we played against dudes in this community. So, I mean, I stopped playing it when it kind of like just kind of died eventually when it died off. But I played it for a while. And the thing is, like, communities usually do ruin the game. I will say that. Communities usually ruin multiplayer games. Because like already when I was playing Halo, I was running into some F-boys. Like dudes was just like there was
really BG some F-boys.
It was some F-boys, bro. Like they was like camping.
BG cleaned up the language this week. I like this.
I mean, listen, man.
BG is 100% right that all of his friends are women.
Hey, man. The kids are listening out there. I'm trying to clean it up for the kids.
Oh, real shit.
BG love the kids, man.
Man, fuck them kids.
Oh man, you're right.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching,
though. But nah, like there's the people that'll be in the tunnels and crouch. You don't appear on the map if you're in Crouch in Halo, and they'll literally like just be in the tunnels with a shotgun. So you'll go in the tunnels, and if you run into a man with a shotgun, you have no chance. Like it's a wrap. And so there's people that play like that. People that go straight after There's a lot of bums that just go straight for the power weapons because they know that's their only chance to get a kill during the match, and they won't get a kill.
That's how you play.
I mean, here's the thing, right? But there's people who I go after the power weapons and I hold them. Like sometimes I use them, but I hold them so the other team won't get them.
They still respawn. What are you talking about?
Why wouldn't you want to use them? Isn't that the point?
I think there's look, I tell y'all all the time, like I don't like using cheap stuff in multiplayer games. I'm not saying I never use them. I absolutely use it. But like, I'm not the dude running straight to the power weapons at the beginning of the match, because like I figure like, yo, that's kind of, if you need to rely on them, I think you a bum. I just think you a bum if you need to rely on them.
Why not want the strongest weapon? Like, I'm playing to win. If that gun's gonna help me win, I'm about to use it on you.
That's okay. I mean, I'm fine with that. But if you use it as a crutch, I just think you kind of lame.
I don't think it's a crutch. I just think it's being smart. Why would you want to use a gun that takes longer to kill somebody? I want to kill you and move on. Like, no one has time to be going back and forth.
I come from the old school.
The thing is about this, I'm about to expose you right now, BG. Comes from the old school, right? Doesn't want to be cheap, right? You heard him, right? Now, Jack, didn't this man say that he was going to buy that mouse keyboard adapter for consoles?
Yes, he did.
But did I do it?
Well, that's what you said you were going to do.
But did I do it, though?
Now, why would you want to buy a mouse keyboard thing, if you don't want to be cheap and, you don't want to make it easier for yourself?
I never did it, though.
You said that's what you wanted to do, BG. We know you say you don't do a lot of things you want to do, like play games and shit like that.
I never did it, though. That's so I never did it, though. So that's the point.
My whole point is the ideology doesn't make sense.
Look, like I said, and you said like it still respawns, yeah, but that's after it's, after it's been used. It doesn't, like, if I hold it, it's going to respawn eventually, not immediately. So I still took it out of your hands and stopped you from using it against me. That's all. Hey, man, I come from, listen, like, I'm like that in all multiplayer games. Like, Jack, no, I don't use listen mode in the Last of Us, and there's a bunch of stuff in games that I just don't agree with, so I don't use it. But I know.
So you only selectively play like a. What are you trying to do here, BG? You only exploit selective games. That's what I want to ask you.
I'm just come from the old school, like type of multiplayer games where like there was like an honor system. Where like certain things were in the game, but everybody knew there was an unwritten rule like, yo, you can't use this. Like, you a scrub, you a noob if you use this.
I know I had a question too. You mentioned that the new Halo Infinite feels like old school Halo. I never knew you were a Halo guy like that, BG. You used to play old school Halo?
I was always into the multiplayer. I tell you, it's the single player it's the single player of Halo I've never been into. I've beaten them, but
did you ever play the co-op back in the day?
No. Not the co-op mode, no. It's the look. I couldn't tell you much about, like, I've beaten all the campaigns, but I couldn't explain the story to you because I've always cared about the multiplayer.
Understandable.
Yeah. So
you really be talking yourself into circles sometimes. I swear.
Not at all, sir. Everything I said made sense.
He does, but
Oh, y'all be trying to catch me, and listen, I'm always consistent. Y'all be trying to catch me slipping. I'm like, I ain't having it.
Interesting.
Yeah. All right, so let's move on now. Let's talk about this Crystal Dynamics and the Initiative situation. So, the Initiative, which is a Xbox studio that was founded in 2018, that was around the time, when Microsoft was making all these changes. It was the Phil Spencer era of changes. So creating the Initiative was one of those things, and then they went on to buy a whole bunch of, acquire a whole bunch of new studios. So they announced on their Twitter, I think it was last night, that they are partnering up with Crystal Dynamics. Okay, yeah, they're partnering up with Crystal Dynamics to develop Perfect Dark. And people have different views on this, right? Because we often don't see an established third-party developer co-develop a game with a first-party developer, like under like any big publisher like Xbox, Nintendo, Sony. It doesn't happen too often. At least not in this capacity. You often get like you often get they often outsource certain jobs, right? Or they work with them, but like co-developing is an entire different thing. Like you don't, like, when you often don't get like an announcement, because in most times the capacity in which they're helping or assisting isn't that significant, right? So when you announce something and when you say they're co-developing, I mean that's kind of like them taking on like a huge brunt of the work. So I think that's why people had the reaction they did of confusion, and also it's a little bit late in the game. Not too late, but it's they announced this a while ago that they were working on this Perfect Dark, so you're just announcing it now.
And now it's actually 9 months ago.
That's still like that's something like you usually hear about like when you first hear about the game though. Like when you hear about a game is in development, they usually say it's in co-development. They're helping us. That's usually how it goes. And it's on top of the fact that whether people want to say Xbox didn't say this or it was just on a job listing, they got it from somebody to put it on a job listing, that the initiative is making quadruple A games. I don't know any other quadruple A studios, but that's what they said the initiative was working on. So it's like, okay, it's a valid question to ask. Why is a quadruple A studio needing help from a third-party source? Go ahead, Smooth. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, one, where was this energy when fucking Japan Studio and From Software partnered up to do Bloodborne and Demon Souls? Like,
Not the same.
like these are this is the same exact
That's
thing.
a From Software game.
Yeah,
it's definitely a From Software
why
game.
is it? I know Bloodborne and Demon Souls are both PlayStation IPs.
We
Yeah,
are,
but
they're
I don't care how they're
PlayStation.
made. They
Yeah,
hired
Japan
them
Studios
to make it
assisted
that
on.
way. Like like that's you can't say, oh well, that's a From Software. No, the fuck it ain't.
Well, they
absolutely
funded
is.
it. They funded it to make it though.
Who developed
Smooth.
Bloodborne? Sony,
But
Japan
Smooth.
Studios, and From Software.
Sony funded the game though.
Yeah, but
Smooth,
who
let
made
me
it? What
explain to you what's
two
going on.
developers know? What two developers made the game?
Smooth, let me explain to you what's going on right now so everybody can understand. We've been told and we've been hyped that this is a quadruple A development studio, and now they're partnering with a tier 2 studio. That's the issue.
No. There's no issue. And that's what you guys need to stop doing.
Okay.
Stop trying to make an issue out of it. It's not an issue. The only thing that's unprecedented about this is that it was an announcement. That's the unprecedented thing about Xbox all the time. They make announcements for simple shit that typically aren't announced. Xbox is the only one announcing studio acquisitions at an event. That's usually done.
Why you
in
so
a
upset, bro? You
block.
good?
No, because the thing is, people are turning this thing into a
Nintendo
problem.
did this and caught hell with it. Okay, rewind back, right? So when was the initiative created?
When were they created? That's unknown. It happened anywhere between
2018.
But here's the timeline. Daryl Gallagher joined Xbox in April of 2018. The initiative was announced.
It was founded 2018.
In E3 at E3 2018. All the hiring happened post E3 to 2019.
Obviously, they're going to continue hiring. But here's the equivalent, Smooth. When was Metroid Prime 4 announced?
Like in 2017.
And then they announced that they're and then they announced that they were partnering with who before Retro came back?
I don't know who was supposed to be making.
Blandrew, help us out here. Was
Namco Bandai.
And people weren't happy with that because you have a top-tier developer, Nintendo, partnering with a lesser developer.
Nintendo partners on like 80% of their games.
But I'm saying now you have a top-tier, a so-called quadruple A top-tier Microsoft studio partnering with a
Who hasn't shipped a game yet?
So why was it okay to give Nintendo shit for Metroid Prime, but not Microsoft shit for the same thing?
Well, I mean, how many Metroid Primes have there been? Like, I don't get it. Like the studio that's creating Perfect Dark has not shipped a game. They just formed the studio in 2018. Yeah. They got they got Perfect Dark. They pitched it. It's approved. They're making it. They're going.
The point is, people were hyping this to the moon.
Oh, they care. I mean,
Naughty Dog map. Oh no.
But yeah, when you consider their hires, they hired
exactly.
But why is it? I don't understand. Why is it a problem? Why is it a problem?
Okay, I'll put you in ways you can understand. The Nets acquired Kyrie Irving, KD, and James Harden. They should win, right?
Yeah,
indeed.
So if you're a studio at Microsoft and you're bragging about acquiring all these top developers from top studios, it should be a good team, right?
Yeah, I don't understand the energy. I don't get it. Like,
I'm still lost. What's the problem?
Other than independent studios, what like most games are built by multiple studios. The thing is, most studios don't get credit.
Yeah, they don't announce. They don't announce
at the end of the game. Here's the thing, Smooth. Getting assistance and partnering are two different things.
Yeah, that's where the disconnect coming from. Because most of the time, Smooth, you right. Like Sony Santa Monica helped with a lot of games that come out, but this is more the timing. They not helping with the game. They co-developing the game.
Yeah, they're I'm not denying that, but my thing is, I'm trying to figure out why is it a problem.
It's weird. It's weird.
See the problem.
It's because the way they hyped themselves up. If they would have never hyped themselves up like the way they did, wouldn't nobody have no problem with this. I think personally,
it's weird and it's just unprecedented. I'm not necessarily saying
this is all I saw.
I think it's good for the long term for the game, but it's still weird and like I don't know. It makes me look at the studio sideways because listen, how they talked about the initiative, right? I remember when they announced the initiative. This is supposed to be like Xbox's premier development studio. I remember them talking like that. Like, you know, it's supposed to be on par with like Xbox's, like with like PlayStation has Santa Monica, Naughty Dog. It's supposed to be on tier with one of those, right? For at least for Xbox. And from what I'm hearing now, people on Twitter have been telling me, oh, they're doing this because they only have 60 employees. I'm like, 60 employees? Like, huh? Then that brings up that question. Why does Xbox's premier studio, quadruple A studio, only have 60 developers on their team when they were founded in 2018? I don't get that part.
That's how many people they hired.
Why?
And another
thing, why? Like that's what the.
Another thing,
we could also forget that, you know what, like COVID like happened like in 2020. Which
No, Mr. Sony is scared. COVID's not real, but now COVID's real.
And you got to factor in when did they open their actual physical studio to working? Because that didn't just come out though. They had to build it. Like they had to get a building. Like you guys are incredible. No, absolutely not.
Exactly what I tell Blandrew. I don't care about rhyme or reasons. I care about results, and this is looking kind of sus when they need to bring in another team to partner with for their top tier Sony caliber quadruple A studio.
Okay, yeah, like I said, the person this is who they're partnering. All right. They're partnering with the studio that their studio head used to be the studio overseer for. Like I don't get why that there's like you guys act like they went and got some damn scrub or they got some. Now this thing went and got his other team.
Yeah, like Daryl Gallagher.
That's actually bad because if I got to go back to my old girlfriend, that means the new girl can't do the job.
This is what I saw when I saw the announcement.
Oh no! Don't just ignore that.
No, because I think it's unnecessary for a game we haven't actually even seen yet, and we got all these opinions about how this shit's going to turn out, and we just know
y'all
it's going to be
hyped
bad.
up the development. You hyped up the
because they're awesome. They're awesome. They got a lot of awesome talent there, and they're working on the IP. I'm looking forward to. And I like Crystal Dynamics. I dare you to find me a tweet of me talking shit about Crystal Dynamics. I actually love Crystal Dynamics as a developer, so that's why I'm kind of hyped. So,
yes, Daryl Gallagher was the head of the studio of Crystal Dynamics in 2009 to 2016. But it's still weird to me, man, because people have always questioned the direction and the management of Xbox Studios. Like they have no direction. That's why their games turn out, you know, the way they do. Like there's bad management. There's always been question of that. So the head of the initiative, pretty much having to bring in his prior team isn't necessarily a vote of confidence. And like when a studio announces a game, they usually go on like a crazy hiring surge. Like they grow exponentially really quick. So I really don't understand. I once again still don't understand how they're only at 60 developers. Like I don't like, bro, you understand, like Media Molecule has 50 developers and they're Sony's smallest studio. These dudes are supposed to be premier Xbox studio making quadruple A games, and they're only at 60 still.
Well, they also said they wanted to remain small and agile. So who knows what they're going to be doing? But they agile.
What the fuck does that even mean?
No, they just going to be small and flexible. I don't know. But that's what they said. That's their words.
They not flexible enough to make it means.
I guess it means they don't want too many thoughts and ideas going into this game. Like
they're getting
a whole nother studio to work on it. What the fuck?
No, I'm saying like whatever Smoothers trying to talk about.
I understand what y'all are saying, but it still doesn't make any sense.
The concept of the game exists. A playable prototype exists. They got Crystal Dynamics. All it tells me is that they're trying to fast track it to get the game out faster.
And the other thing for me that I think about is like, yeah, developers are versatile. They, just because you haven't worked on something before doesn't mean you can't. But once again, when Microsoft's, games historically turn out iffy, getting Crystal Dynamics, people who have only worked on pretty much third-person action-adventure games, to work on a first-person shooter? Is that...
I wouldn't classify it as a first-person shooter.
What would you classify Perfect Dark as?
A spy thriller. It's an action. It's going to be more of an array. I think it's going to be more like Mirror's Edge than it's going to be like a freaking standard like Call of Duty shooter.
Still nothing Crystal Dynamics historically has specialized in.
You sounded like Carson once when Nick Foles came back.
They made Avengers, a whole bunch of Tomb Raiders, Legacy of Kain. That's really their, Soul Reaver, Gex.
I'll be honest with you. I wish they would make this game third person and not first person.
I agree. I would prefer I prefer it to be third person because I feel like there's more they can do with it.
The original was first person, though, wasn't it?
Yeah. The original series was, third person. I think
so they're trying to stay true to.
They included some like third person elements. Like their cover system was third person. But when you obviously the actual primary combat was first person.
Yeah, and like with the whole like PlayStation Studios, they get help. Like I think they said like 2,000 people at some point, obviously not at once, helped on the Last of Us Part 2. But Naughty Dog obviously still developed that game themselves and got some help, some pieces here and some pieces there, especially from in-house studios. And that's the other thing, right? PlayStation Studios, they help each other a lot. Microsoft has how many studios now?
Like 24.
Yeah,
so y'all can't help each other out?
They can, but Xbox, with the bag, is giving Daryl Gallagher what he wants and the resources that he wants. It's like, it is what it is. Plus, they probably going to
so you fucked up. You could just say he's comfortable working with these people. That's why they doing this. You could have just said that at the beginning.
He's comfortable working with.
Yeah, you could have said that at the beginning. See, but look though, the way you putting it is you adding all this extra shit on there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like, I think everybody's just making it a bit. I've never seen a bunch of motherfuckers worried about another studio. It's like, these motherfuckers. You can tell these niggas don't read credits. They don't do nothing. They don't pay attention to shit. I feel like people are just learning things about the industry.
All big AAA games usually have outside help, but the thing is, the outside help usually come from shit called like what's they called? They support studios. They're made to help others.
Yeah, but you're not gonna classify a Crystal Dynamics or well-known studio as a support studio.
Exactly.
That's the point.
You gotta give them credit. Like, know what I mean? That's not. It's
But
it's
that's
a
our
partner.
point.
They announced it for a reason, bro. It's not like I don't expected them to announce it to like it being bad. They announced this thing for a reason. Yo, fuck the Los Angeles Rams. They're trash.
Yeah, like
but
but that's our point. Like it's not you don't hear about like, oh, Santa Monica is you don't hear them announce that they're working with a support studio because they're just supporting. They're not doing the main work. And obviously but if you're partnering with a third party studio, that's obviously a little bit different. So that's why it's just unprecedented. It may not necessarily be good or bad. It's just different. And yeah.
I think I would have really liked to see what the initiative could have done on their own. Because now if the game turns out good, I'm going to be like, was that Crystal Dynamic that made the game great?
No,
or
they
was it
both
the initiative?
equal the credit. The initiative. They're initiating this development. They pick Crystal Dynamics. They're
I don't know if it's equal though. Is it equal because you have?
It looks like they're equal.
The thing is, Crystal Dynamics has the manpower. That's all. They have the
Right.
manpower.
Okay. But
like I said,
they're making the game. They're making the game.
No, they're definitely assisting with it.
I think they're going to do a bulk. They got the most input because they got the most employees, right?
How do they have the most input? The concept is already there. They're just tooling, whatever you call this shit. Like the concept is there. They already know what they're making.
But look though, when Drake make a great album and he get ghost written, niggas still get Drake the credit. So even though the concept is ghost written, if they make the fucking game, they're gonna get the credit. That's how I see it.
This is the most the I don't know what type of simping y'all is doing.
Look, I also
I've never seen so much
developing this
thought
game.
put into how many developers is working on a game for it to actually matter. If all these games that came up that have all these damn developers, and now suddenly people talking about how much impact this is going to have.
Yes,
it is. It's more than the same. This is. Yo, this conversation is incredible. That's all I gotta say. It's incredible.
Blandrew, what happened when they announced Star Fox for the Wii U? Everybody was happy, right? What happened when they found out that Nintendo was partnering with Platinum Games for it? They weren't happy.
No, but people do love, like, they partnered with Platinum Game for Astral Chain, and people loved Astral Chain.
But Astral Chain is not Star
it's a new
Fox.
IP anyway. Yeah.
No, I'm saying, but like Nintendo's been partnering with people a whole lot this generation. They got Astral Chain. No, Astral Chain is first party. They got Mario Rabbids, Astral Chain.
It's still second party. They don't own what's it called.
Exactly. But also, we've been already worried about Halo for them having a billion other developers on the project cycling through. How's this any different?
Well, really?
I mean, can somebody give me like just
how many people working on the game? I don't think so.
Bottom line is this: if Naughty Dog announced a new IP tomorrow and then said that they were co-developing it with some B-tier team,
Ubisoft,
I would be pissed.
Yeah, people would be like, "Oh, what the hell is happening?" All these people that left Naughty Dog. I mean, it must have had. Oh, Naughty Dog must not be the same. Like, people be asking questions.
Yeah, but y'all talking about existing games. Nigga, the initiative hasn't made shit yet. Ready? What the hell?
And Smooth, that's what makes it worse, because they're an unproven developer already partnering.
Yeah, they don't have the credentials.
They haven't shown.
I'm not even going to pretend that I'm gonna care about this.
Yeah,
shit.
this is a weird conversation.
I do not care.
I don't think this is weird. I don't, because
it's weird either. I feel like it's a valid argument.
When Bloodborne was announced this shit, and y'all still asking for Bloodborne 2 after 6-7 years, even though it's the same nigga. It is a From Software game for Sony Japan. Like, oh my!
When Demon Souls originally came out, nobody had any expectations.
Why is nobody addressing my point? Why is nobody addressing my point? Why is it that when I mentioned Bloodborne,
because nobody. Let me tell you why. Smooth. Let me tell you why. Because nobody believes that Sony Japan was the lead developer. We know this was a From Software game. Sony Japan was the support studio. Sony Japan did not make that game.
Japan Studio had a lot of influence on Bloodborne. Like, there was a lot of design that you guys love about that game that came from Japan Studio. I'm not entirely sure.
We're gonna null and void that this is a partnership.
You guys are all wrong right here. You can't say Bloodborne. What you would have to say is Demon Souls. But nobody hyped up Demon Souls. It came out and then it was good.
Yeah, because nobody cared. People talking shit now didn't know nothing about partnerships.
But from then on, they already created a resume of what they can do with Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3 and other games.
So you're telling me Sony Japan couldn't learn from what they did with Demon Souls and create Bloodborne by themselves?
I'm saying they've used them, and they used the partnership so Sony can retain the IP. So that partnership was already proven. You can't choose like the 5th game after the developer's already been proven. If you were to have these problems with, say, Demon Souls, the first game of the whole Souls thing, I mean, I don't count Kingsfield and all that stuff. Then you'd have a more valid criticism.
Hey, so let's say Demon Souls, but at the end of the day, nobody cared because nobody knows shit. And now it's like I said, everybody just turns everything into a problem. That's why I was like, I'm not going to. Go ahead.
They weren't hyped up as a quadruple A answer.
Oh my god!
Like this is no different than Halo being amazing. And then Sony telling Guerrilla Games that they're going to make the Halo killer, and then you find out Guerrilla Games has to partner with another developer to make the game.
Oh, Kojima, so special. He had to use fucking Guerrilla Games. Why can he make his own engine? Nobody said no shit about that, did they?
That's not even the same.
How are you energy, dog?
You're literally comparing using an engine to co-development?
Yes.
Sony funded their game too, though. Sony funded their game. You know that, right?
Doesn't matter. Kojima's a genius, right? He's one of the best developers.
He didn't have the money to fund the game.
Really? No. Isn't Metal Gear like one of the biggest IPs? He doesn't own
Metal Gear Konami, Smooth.
All right, guys. Yo, you guys are incredible. You guys belong in the Hall of Fame of bullshit. Like, for real. Like the Hall of Fame of all cap. The all cap Hall of Fame, bro. Next topic, please. Sir.
I hate to say this, Smooth. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people in here. Mm-hmm. Blandrew is neutral, but when 6 people are thinking one way and you're thinking the other, chances are you're wrong.
What does it say? Narrow is the way that leads to.
BG, put up a poll on this.
Will do. Okay.
That boy Smooth crazy.
Throw up a poll on this. I'm trying to see if people actually believe in what Smooth is saying.
So yeah, I want to make sure I get.
Never mind.
I want to make sure I get everybody's opinion on clear opinion on it. So Morgan, I know you had some things to.
Yeah, I'm not saying that this is gonna make the game good or bad, right? It is definitely unprecedented, though. This is not the same as the scenarios that you're saying. The fact, like that, the other analogy was perfect. Like, if Naughty Dog were to ask or announce that they were partnering with somebody like Ubisoft or, I don't know, any other third-party developer, I personally would be pissed. I would be like, what the hell are they doing? What is this? Because it's going to affect my first-party IP. But I was really, really hoping, because I was excited about the announcement of the initiative, because it's got some great talent over there, and I was really hoping that we could actually see what they did, at least for their first game, because now it's going to be like, so if there's a sequel, are they going to partner with Crystal Dynamics again to get it done? Like, it's just so many questions that I have. But yeah, that's all I got to say.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I think I snapped on you. I didn't realize who you were. My bad.
Oh no, you're good.
No, all right. So okay. I'm not. The reason why I'm not worried is because, like I said earlier, personally, I couldn't be mad because I actually like Crystal Dynamics. I think I have a video from some years ago asking Xbox to buy Crystal Dynamics from Square Enix because I said they should partner. Matter of fact, wow. In my Perfect Dark video, no, I have a video requesting for a Perfect Dark reboot, and I think I asked for I think Crystal Dynamics to be purchased, or IO Interactive to be purchased, and them to make it like Splinter Cell / fucking Tomb Raider, et cetera, et cetera.
You need to re-upload that, Chief. Come on, let's get it.
No, the video is up. So
I'm saying you yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
I can guarantee you this guy probably has not played one Crystal Dynamics game outside of Avengers and Tomb Raider.
You want to put some money on it? This is what this nigga did. You see what this nigga did? You see what this nigga? He had to eliminate.
I said Avengers and Tomb Raider.
So you eliminate that was the games that make me like. Well, not Avengers, but Tomb Raider were the games that made me like them. Because I wasn't a fan of Tomb Raider prior to that.
Hold on, rewind. You said you want to bet money. What you trying to bet on?
No, because you added that stupid stipulation. I
said Avengers first.
Okay, so Avengers.
How would I add it? I added Tomb Raider second.
Yeah. So what? You added those stipulations, which pretty much you probably didn't even play anything. Get out of here, man.
I'm not the one hyping them up.
Well, I can't hype them up. I played their games, at least their recent shit.
I'm pretty sure you never played Legacy of Kain or Blood Omen.
No, because I haven't played any of that crap.
Wait, but just let me. You guys like the Tomb Raider series, right?
The first game was good. I didn't really care much about the second.
The first one was the best one. They cool though.
Yeah, but then Corey Barlog left, and then it just went boom. But it's fine.
And I look at I'm not exactly sure at this point like who really did the most work as far as like the 3 Tomb Raiders, right? Because when you look at the developers, Crystal Dynamics and Eidos Montreal, they have co-development credit.
Well,
I don't know.
I'll tell you, I can break it down like this: 2013 and 2015 game is Crystal Dynamics took lead, and the third game is Eidos Montreal because Crystal Dynamics had to fall back and do Avengers.
According to what I read and heard,
Daryl Gallagher gets credit for rebooting.
Nigga told us bye, adios, nigga.
They made Eidos Montreal made the online for the first game. They did all the tombs on the second game, and they pretty much made the whole third game.
Yeah, because the third game was more tombs than anything.
So ironically, the best game was the one where they only worked on the online. So go figure. But yeah. Working in collaboration ain't always good though, because you see how the third game turned out. Collaboration.
Yep, and here's the worst part, right? If this game doesn't turn out well, Crystal Dynamics will be the scapegoat.
Oh, of course, absolutely.
Yeah.
Who's gonna blame them? Like I don't.
You
Xbox guys.
I think the game. I think the game is going to be great. They got so they have great talent there. Like I said. The talent potential of the people at the initiative, and then I already know what Crystal Dynamics can do. I'm not worried. The game is in great hands, and Crystal Dynamics is going to be a first-party studio soon anyway. So,
but if it's here we anyway.
Square Enix isn't going to sell them. If anything, they're going to be holding Microsoft by the balls like Sony holds Disney with Spider-Man.
Well, Crystal Dynamics is no good to Square Enix at this point because
if this game turns out well, they will be good.
Square Enix has nothing to do with this game. They don't got no publishing
rights.
They
own Crystal Dynamics.
They own the studio, but they ain't got no rights to this game, buddy.
Smooth, did you not hear what I said? I said if this game turns out good, Square Enix and Crystal Dynamics will have Microsoft by the balls with the game, like Sony has Disney with the balls with Spider-Man. Meaning that they won't be able to make a good game without him.
And my thing is like, okay, like. When you're a studio with no work done, the game you make starts to build your resume. And I don't feel like even if Perfect Dark turns out amazing, like who gets credit? Can we really say, oh, that was the initiative?
Well, you know how many people be stop it.
No, because look, Crystal Dynamics is obviously bigger. Maybe the whole Crystal Dynamics team is not working on Perfect Dark, but it's more than 60 people that the initiative has. I know that. So they're doing the most of the work. It's not even the initiative doing most of the work on this.
How do you know? The game
because Crystal Dynamics is bigger.
The initiative already got the game to a playable form. So how can you take all the credit away from them because Crystal Dynamics has more people and they're being added to the project now? Even though the initiative brought it to where it is now so that they can launch the game within probably another year or two.
They got a playable prototype. See, this is what I hear. I hear people be like, oh, y'all think they were working on this game from 2018, but they're not. But then at the same time, y'all telling me, oh, they did most of the work already. I'm like,
bro,
it can't
you
be
can
both.
make a playable. Let me say this to you. You can make a playable prototype in a week, buddy.
Okay.
All right. So they have not been making this game since 2018.
Okay, so they haven't done most of the work then.
All right. We're not thinking about this on base level.
Wait,
terms.
BG. Whoa. For simple math, you said they didn't do most of the work. Simple math tells you they did. As of 2021, they did all the work. Am I right? Or am I
You
wrong?
literally just told me that you could create a playable prototype.
That's facts. But you just said based off that information. You said based off that information, they didn't do all the work. But
They're not going to do most of the work for the development of this game.
It really all depends on when this game comes out.
Here's how you
I mean,
gotta
they said it
look
was
at it.
still in early development.
Exactly.
Here's how you gotta look at it. Like, BG, if I'm the boss, I hire you to do a job, right? Cool. You got a job, get this done. You got 2, 3, 4, 5 years, whatever. 3 years in, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna hire this other guy to do the job with you. How you feeling?
I feel like maybe I'm not good enough.
There you go.
Well, that wasn't a plan from the get-go, buddy.
Because they would have announced it 3 years ago.
But they no. They wouldn't have announced, we plan to partner with this many studios. They didn't have Crystal Dynamics to partner with them. But I'm saying, how do you know it wasn't originally the plan?
Whatever.
Okay.
Like BG said,
y'all need to drink some fucking water. Go drink some.
We need some water.
Drink some water. Yeah.
Listen, I think they were developing this game, and I don't see bringing in Crystal Dynamic was a plan from the get-go. It doesn't seem like that to me. It seemed like just a haphazard thing along the way. Okay, we're gonna need some help here, and let's bring in my old team. Let's bring in the guys just to kind of bail us out.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
That's your hypothesis?
Indeed.
Okay.
Hey, buddy, move on. I got you, Smooth.
Hey, listen, man. We gonna see how Perfect Dark come out, and we ain't gonna get this game might not come out till I think late 2023, the earliest, maybe early 2024. And if that's the case, then I would definitely say that Crystal Dynamics did most of the work. But hey, man, Smooth. If you believe in them, then I believe in them, man. It's just the weird situation.
The initiative is some Santa Monica Naughty Dog Insomniac level studio.
No, they did was poach all the talent from those studios. That's all.
Doesn't matter. The Redskins used to hire good free agents all the time. They still suck dick.
Yeah. Oh shoot.
Okay, next topic.
Tell me how Bill Belichick doing without Tom Brady.
Not too good.
Ain't they 2-1? I mean, that don't mean nothing right now, but
I don't think they 2-1. No,
they're not 2-1.
Fuck no, they lost.
They just lost today. Yeah.
They lost today.
I thought they won
1-2.
Well, we gonna see, man. We gonna see.
And you know what the bad thing is? That's literally all Microsoft's been for the last 7 years. We gonna see. Wait to E3. Wait to Phil.
No, Xbox got the Xbox gonna have like 3 first-party games nominated.
Like I said, gonna have.
I hope they all hit.
I know, really. It's always wait for Microsoft. Y'all better hope this Halo hits, because if Halo don't hit, it's gonna be a long winter in 2022 for y'all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, let's move on. Cause listen, man, I see a lot of Xbox dudes talking about it. All these games they got coming in 2023 and 2024, and man, if those games don't hit, it's gonna be another like 10 years for you niggas saying, "Oh, we coming back. We making a comeback." Another decade.
Like you realize at this point, it's that man's reign of terror plus 2 years that you all been waiting for some good shit.
And by the way, when I ain't seen Xbox dudes been posting no Halo gameplay like that. By the way,
because they're trash at games.
Oh come on, that's not nice.
We put out an APB on Xbox dudes in this community posting gameplay, and
Yo, why you think
I think that's I've seen Halo gameplay ever since the thing come out. Yeah,
from niggas
from fuck niggas. That's why
from people in this community, I had to put these niggas on a milk carton. I was like, where these niggas went? These niggas went missing.
Why you think I haven't posted any gameplay? I don't need to. You know what I mean?
Man.
Why you don't need to?
Because I'm the best bot. I don't need to post gameplay.
That's exactly why you should.
Can you show people what they can expect?
No, I recorded gameplay just in case for a video, but I didn't do no like Xbox share.
They come to you for the latest and greatest news, Smooth.
Yeah, but when I do a video on Halo, I'll put it. KD. They removed KD from the online because they didn't want people feeling bad.
No, they did. No, they didn't.
I thought they removed kill death ratios.
No, they didn't. You gotta scroll over to the next
and leaderboards. Did they remove leaderboards too?
No, they don't have leaderboards for weapon drills.
Oh, why would you need that?
Because because it's becoming, I guess, internally popular, and they're considering putting it there because of the times and how good you could get in that mode, whatever. That's why. But in terms of KD is still there. Right now, I've only had one game where I had a negative KD, but mostly it's been very positive. No, for real. Hey, I think I got screenshots. If you're on my Xbox account, you'll see that I've actually recorded gameplay and took screenshots and whatnot. But in terms of I didn't share anything to Twitter because it's I don't need to. What's the point?
Hey man, I'm gonna let up on y'all. I'm an Xbox fan, so I'm gonna take my foot off y'all a little bit. I'm an Xbox fan, man. Right, Blandrew? If you can fake being an Xbox fan, I definitely can too.
We don't claim you.
Oh man, I got it. All right, John, what's up, man?
Yo, what's good, everyone?
Yeah, I got John in here to talk about Lost Judgment, because I know none of you niggas ain't play it, right?
Nope.
Not yet. I'm gonna have to play it on console. I don't have. Because they said it's not coming to PC.
That whole situation with Johnny's got it all.
Speaking of Lost Judgment, BG, this is the best guess you can get to talk about the game.
What you mean, Jack?
Oh, my bad. Oh, that's not. What's good,
hey,
John?
Man. See, I was gonna defend you on Twitter.
That's my man's right there. What's good, bro?
Man,
peace and blessings, bro.
Let's see how it is.
Niggas say peace and blessings.
How you doing?
Wow, I see how it is. Nah. See, I'm gonna have to refund that check, Jack. I'm gonna have
that's
to
my man's right there. Hold on, BG, fall back. That's my man's right there.
All right. Tell us about Lost Judgment. Give us the breakdown, man.
All right, so pretty much it's just the next game in the Judgment IP, which is a spin-off of the Yakuza games, and it covers a detective mystery story surrounding main character Takayuki Yagami, who is based in Kamurocho, which the main Yakuza games have been known to be part in, but travels over to Yokohama Ijincho because two of the allies from the first game start up a office over there in Ijincho, so you just follow their adventure, helping them build up their startup office over there, and then it leads into a murder mystery that has complex links to different parts of the city, like the underworld and various key figures who are part of this mystery that you're slowly trying to unravel as you progress through the game. And there have been some improvements to the game. Like, for example, they did improve the movement a bit because previously in all the Yakuza games and even the Last Judgment game, you were mostly just running around and taking a taxi. But with this game, they added the skateboard so you can move through the city at a quicker pace and be able to see the city, see the NPCs and what they're up to, and just get a good idea of what's happening in the city rather than just going checkpoint to checkpoint with the taxi system, which is still there and works really fast. So if you still want to opt for that option, you can. And then for the combat, it's pretty much still the same gameplay, but it has notable improvements. Like they did add a third new move set called Snake Style to complement Crane Style and Tiger Style. And
is this game as goofy as the Yakuza series? Like, are you beating
essentially
up?
Yakuza?
It's a little bit.
It's Yakuza, but you're a detective instead of a Yakuza.
Pretty much.
You're not doing those like chicken moves or nothing like that though. You ain't got to worry about that.
Is the dialogue still crazy long and shit like that? That's what
it is. It's still a Yakuza game, very much so. Like you have a lot of sections where they do have cutscenes, but you still have like those. I guess Jack would say the Nintendo-esque sections where they don't talk; they just have like the grunts, and then they just have the text where you have to read it. But those are just more so scattered through the side cases that you take on, whereas through the story, they're just here and there, and then you see more of the cutscenes take place.
Okay.
But yes, it's still pretty much a Yakuza game. But the versus like the latest Yakuza game, like a Dragon, that was a turn-based RPG. This is still in the beat 'em up action games genre, so you do have the fluid combat, and with the snake style, like I was mentioning, now that's focused on disarming enemies and using lighter attacks that are supposedly non-lethal, but really you could still do pretty good damage on enemies. So it kind of kills the illusion of, oh, you got to be more softer on your enemies, and just still allows you to just dole out that brutal combat that you're used to in the other Yakuza games.
Does anybody feel like, because they're up to like Yakuza 7 at this point?
I'm Yakuza's out for right now. I just in the last 2 years I've beaten 1 through 7, so I'm taking a break.
And how long are each one of these games?
Usually they can run like 30 to 40 hours.
Oh hell no.
Yeah, they're decent like games.
Yeah, depending on if you take on more like activities throughout the world and want to like level up your character and get all the abilities, it definitely adds more time to the clock.
And I go right through them. I don't be doing all that side game, mini game stuff. I just go straight through.
Yeah, I do the same thing.
You
I
you
skip
want
all the
straight
karaoke
through?
and all that.
And the problem with some of the earlier games, but later numbered games, I can read faster than they talk, so I just keep clicking A. In some of the games, you can't click it.
Yeah,
You
my
really have
bad.
to listen to them talk the whole time.
And it drives me crazy. I do that also. I'll click A before they
Right.
finish talking because I read it already.
Yep.
I do that too. Sometimes like I'll read it and then I'll see that what they're saying, and I'm just like, I'll skip a couple sections of dialogue. I don't really need to wait for them to voice it out.
So what y'all saying is low key in a very nuanced way that y'all hate reading all that shit.
Not reading
No,
all
we're
of it.
just faster. That's all.
Listening to it, we read it
We're
fast.
just saying that at some points we're going faster than it, so we just like to keep the pace the same.
Because that's what I always do in games where I'm like reading something. Like because you don't have to read every word. Your brain processes everything else, and that's how I skim through it. And because and some people be slandering me. BG don't like to read. Well, low key, none of you niggas like to read.
I mean,
low key.
And that's understandable. I mean, they did add like more times where you can like skip the dialogue along, just so if you want to make it go by faster, you have that option too. You don't have to wait for it to be all voiced out.
Now I have a question.
Sure.
Am I actually gonna be able to like pet the cats in this game? Because I was so
Yes.
mad that they were like littered in my apartment, but I could never interact with them in the first
Yeah,
one.
that's part of the gameplay mechanics that they added to this game. There's one case where like you have to essentially, it sounds goofy. I know BG's gonna be like, this is goofy, but befriend cats to be able to get led to a supposed phantom ramen stall as one of the side cases, and in it you get to interact with the cats and pet them.
So this is important to y'all. This is like something.
This is life and death.
As somebody who's played all 7 Yakuza games, you are not making it seem entertaining, man.
Yeah. That's because I'm trying to get to the combat, but people want to ask the questions that they want to ask.
Well, I was thinking it. I didn't want to say it. Man.
No, I mean,
we got you.
Advertising and marketing, get what people would not be buying this game.
Yeah,
we got
BG,
the gist of the game.
You're killing me here.
We got the gist of the game. We got it. Listen, I had to bring somebody. I'm trying to give the respect to not every game that comes out, but the major games that come out. I'm trying to get somebody to talk about it, or we would be in here like, nah, I ain't play that shit. All right, let's move on. Like that's what it would have been. So I'm just trying to give each game its respect. But
I'll give you my 30-second synopsis. Judgment is like the Yakuza series, except for instead of playing as a Yakuza, you are playing as a detective that has to unravel mysteries and solve crimes. And it's a mystery story where you're trying to figure it out. It maintains the same gameplay as 1 through 6 and not the turn-based gameplay of 7. The gameplay is more refined, less clunky.
All right, let's
Pretty much.
We can move on just like that.
All right.
Gian, I appreciate you, good sir.
No problem, BG.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Appreciate you for letting me come on.
All right. We'll see you on After Dark. Jack will be talking shit about you before you join.
Hey man, I got the spicy talk for y'all too. Don't worry.
No, I already talked to him before. Like he came on for that.
So you told him once I'm done talking, you got to get the fuck up out of here. Is what you told him.
We had a mutual agreement. He was here for Lost Judgement.
Love him and leave him. That's how you do it.
Don't forget to slide the money under the table, BG. You know what I'm saying?
I got you, dog. Don't tell nobody. No, we have 7 people in here already. You know, we don't need 8. So.
Speaking of which, instead of Crystal Dynamics, you know who Microsoft should have teamed up with? Should have teamed up with IO Interactive for a Perfect Dark game.
That would have made more sense because they do
Hitman
Hitman games. That I could have understood more. That one I could have understood. Don't you agree, Smooth? Don't you think that would have been a better move?
No, I do not. No.
Okay.
Well, no, earlier, if the game was going to be third person, then yeah, I would have considered that. But since it's third person, it is what it is at that point. So
Crystal Dynamics doesn't make third person games either.
Doesn't matter.
I mean, they make first person.
They make better third person games than Hitman.
I mean, IO Interactive is also owned by Square Enix.
Yeah. So.
Okay. All right. Well, let's talk about a game that pretty
actually
sure
they're not. They're independent now.
No, they're owned by Square Enix.
They got released from they released themselves from them.
Did they?
Yeah. Because after Square Enix wanted to drop that whole
oh yeah, you're right.
Hitman thing.
Yeah.
And Hitman is still good and Square Enix is struggling. Imagine that.
Let's talk about a game that most of us played. You know, it was the main game this week that everybody was talking about. Let's talk about Kena Bridge of Spirits.
Yeah.
So,
Fire.
Oh man.
Straight fire. That's facts.
I'm gonna pass this off to Mocha first. Give us your thoughts, the rundown on Kena Bridge of Spirits.
Okay, so I really, really like it. It's different than anything else that I've played recently, which is nice. I needed like a nice breath of fresh air. You want to know like my positive thoughts or like my gripes?
Just everything. Just good and bad.
So I mean, I like the character. I like the story. I also think her moves, like her powers and everything, are really really nice. I like the graphics. As far as like what I don't like, after I made it past the first arc and you got to the second one, and I noticed they were making us fight the same bosses from the first arc again, I didn't like that. Like, why am I fighting the mage again? Why am I fighting Kappa again? Why am I fighting the Wood Knight again? Like, I don't want to fight them again. So I felt like that was kind of where I felt like, okay, it's starting to get a little repetitive. I don't want to fight the same niggas over and over and over again. I didn't like that. I also don't, the parrying, bro. The parrying in that game is so broken. Like, I can't stress to you how many times I've like held down the button for the shield. Like, I'll literally be holding the button down. I didn't tap it. I'll hold it down, but her shield still doesn't deploy. There's like a delay. And by the time it does deploy, you're already dead. And I found myself doing boss battles, and it came down to the nitty gritty, and my shield would do that, and I would die and have to start over. So I feel like that's really, really broken. The parry in itself, like as far as just actually like tapping the button and like trying to get a parry off, that's kind of broken a little bit. I feel like the hitboxes are kind of broken. I've noticed like where you can dodge and you're like kind of to the side of your enemy, but they can still get you. Like during a Taro fight, that fucking grapple, you would like, I would tumble out the way, right? So I would do like a side tumble, and he would grab at me like in my direction, but like to the side of me, but I would still appear in his hand, and that was driving me crazy. I feel like that was broken. I've also noticed like if you're like fighting enemies like on a cliff, a lot of games have this though, but like you'll be fighting enemies on a cliff and you'll fall off the side. If you fall off the side, all of your enemies that you just killed will come back. So you'll run back up the hill and like all the enemies are back. They've respawned, which is fine. It's like you left the battle zone or whatever. But I noticed that only the enemies came back. Like all the healing items that you use, those don't come back. Your health doesn't come back. So you're still in the same state that you were in before, but the enemies are back and they're fully replenished and shit like that. I didn't like that either. Other than that, I don't have any complaints. I like everything else about it. I think like just the gameplay itself is really creative and I'm almost done with it. I'll probably be done tomorrow and then I can like give like more in-depth review on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Morgan, what are your thoughts?
I agree with literally everything Mocha said, especially about the complaints. Like that parrying system, oh my goodness. Like it just gets to the point where sometimes it's frustrating, even though the game is really good overall, I think. I'm not finished with it yet. Like I kind of got distracted with Death Stranding, but yeah, I'm almost done. I'm on the last boss and try not to spoil anything. But yeah, I'm like on the last boss, so I should be probably done tomorrow. But for most of the game, I was obsessed with like finding the rots, like just finding as many as I could. I think I have like 83 right now.
I think there's like 100 total, right?
Yeah. So I think I've got most of them, yeah. And I've just been finding them and finding like little hats to put on them. But the game is great. It's different. I like it. The music is awesome too. Like I died a couple times from boss battles just because I got so obsessed with the soundtrack and I wasn't paying attention. I was just like, oh, this is bumping. But I like other than the parrying and like the dodging and some of the game mechanics just being kind of janky. I really liked Kana and I really liked that, for Ember Labs' first game, like they did a great job, I think. But yeah.
Yeah.
Can you lower my volume, BG? Am I really, really loud?
No.
Can you lower it?
Yeah, I'll lower it a little bit. So yeah, my quick thoughts on Kana. So yeah, this game is much better than it's not that I thought it was gonna be bad, but it's more than I thought it was gonna be. This game is definitely impressive. I was live streaming when I live streamed at midnight. The Ember Lab. I'm trying not to call them Ember Labs. Ember Lab. They've been going to people's live streams and actually correcting people on the studio name because everybody's been calling them Ember Labs. They actually came to my live stream, and like I was talking to them. People in the chat were talking to them, and like they were making sure everybody called them Ember Lab Studios and not Ember Labs. So that's just something to put out there. They're like they're on people about their name. But it was cool that they came through my live stream. The game is really good. I've enjoyed the story. Pretty much is about Kana. She's a spirit guide. Her job is to help these spirits who are pretty much in limbo, in like purgatory, because they went through some type of trauma in real life. So they're not finished, with the physical realm. So they're kind of stuck here. And her job is to guide them to move on and move them and get them on to the afterlife. That's the gist of it. I don't want to give more than that because it's spoilers, but that's the concept. That's real, like Pixar or DreamWorks type concept. We've seen movies like that, like Soul, and there's other movies that have similar concepts. So yeah, the story is actually pretty good, and so pretty much as you go through each section, there's like 3 sections in the game, and each section focuses on a group of characters and like the trauma and shit they've gone through and why they can't pass to the next life. And I gotta say, they did a really good job like fleshing out the characters, and their whole backstory and like what's happened to them. And I was really impressed by that. They did more than, oh, this is just a villain, this is a bad guy, this is the boss. They're bad because they're bad. They actually created a whole backstory for them, which is really impressive. the game gets much better as you unlock more abilities. The skill tree isn't huge. The skill tree is like, I think it might be 15 abilities, like 12. What was that? No, I thought someone said
No, I was agreeing. I just said yeah.
Yeah. It's like 12 abilities, and there's like 3 rod abilities. Which, you can tell that it seems short when you compare it to other games with like more extensive skill trees, but it doesn't really feel that, that small when you actually play the game. Because I think they tried to keep the game the scale of the game down. They didn't try to do too much, which I think was pretty smart, because what they did do was very impressive. I like the rot. The rot is pretty much like Kana's, assistants. Like in Pikmin, you can give the rot commands to move things. You can give them, you can tell them to attack. Kana has some different abilities like bombs and bow and arrow and stuff like that. The game looks great visually. Yeah, listen, I see some people talk about game of the year. To me, no, it's not no game of the year. I've seen some people be putting it in that category, but it's definitely a great game, especially for $40. Like I could make a case that this game could be 50, maybe even 60. I'm gonna be real with you. And I hate to compare games of different genres, but if I'm like putting this in a list of best games this year, I would put this over Returnal. I would put this over Returnal, in my opinion.
Well, not really a question, but first off, I want to say I feel like the price of Kana and the price of Life is Strange should have been swapped. Life is Strange should have been 40,
that
and
was
Kana should have been
$70.
60.
60
Yeah, it was $60. And I mean, it was a nice game, but $60 for a Life is Strange game when you're pretty much just walking the whole time is crazy as hell. I feel like you got more bang for your buck with Kana. As far as like the actual game goes, did you guys like predict that it would be so boss heavy or no?
No, and I think
That
that
caught me
was the
by
surprise.
surprise.
Yeah, that was the big surprise of the game. Like I finished the game earlier this afternoon after like I put that tweet out when I was struggling with that one area, but the game like it's good, and that's the thing I had to get over. This is their like first game, and so for it to be their first game, there's nothing wrong about it. So the complaints we do have are, even though they're legitimate, they become like less of a big deal. I do agree with Mocha with the whole parry system, because the thing is, once I learned how to parry in a game, I treat every game like Bloodborne and God of War and just keep trying it. That shit don't work in this game. Like you're better. It got to the point where when you unlock, you get a certain ability where I don't know. I don't want to like spoil it. You get an ability where I just opted to use that because it literally worked the same, even though it wasn't meant for that. So I didn't like the parrying. I did not like, even though I maxed everything out, I didn't feel like I got any better or anything. It didn't feel like anything's changed much. I wasn't a bigger fan of when the cutscene cuts. The cutscene cuts drive like, because the thing is, the screen goes to black
30 frames.
and it becomes like it's like it's TV frames. It's 24 frames.
Yeah, it's bad. Yeah.
It just, even though it's not a big deal, it just like I feel like the game looks good enough to have its own in game or in engine like cutscenes.
Yeah.
So it was just like a bit distracting when that occurred.
If you play in fidelity mode, then them people probably won't mind, right? When the cutscene initiates and it goes and it's 30 frames. But when you play in performance mode and you just go from 60 to like 20 something, it's bad.
You notice it's droppy. I also wanted to touch on something Smooth said on Twitter. He tweeted out that he doesn't think that her move, like the moves that she has, he doesn't think they're diverse enough for some of the bosses that she goes against. And I will agree. Like I noticed, like with the skill tree, you get like a certain set of moves at the beginning, and then you can kind of upgrade them. But as far as like unlocking new abilities, you don't really get a lot. And for certain bosses, I feel like she should be able to do a little bit more. Like, I like the moves that she has, and I think they executed, those great. But yeah, I do feel limited fighting certain people. I agree.
So I don't think they taught the parry enough. Like I don't think they introduced it properly, because like they told you like hit your shield right before an enemy attack to parry. But like for example in Sekiro made sure you understood exactly how to parry, when to parry. They did like a deep tutorial, because that's what that game is really about. They kind of just gloss over it, like, yeah, you could parry. She has a shield, yeah, you could parry. That's kind of how they did it. So and at you don't really need to parry at the beginning of the game, right? Because honestly, the only time you really need to parry is the bosses and the stronger enemies. So you're playing, and then like you get through the whole section, don't really need to parry. Then you get to the boss, and like, nigga, I need to parry now, and I'm not really good at this. So that's where I feel like they kind of went wrong. But like after Corrupt Taro, because a lot of people had a hard time with Corrupt Taro. I did, honestly. Yeah, because
I got my ass beat.
Yeah, because the difficulty spikes. Like you breezing through the game, and then at Corrupt Taro, that's where it spikes. And
you're like, what the fuck? Question though, BG, how far did you get yesterday?
I finished the well, it's not, I don't know if naming boss names is a spoiler for people, but the chicks. I got through the chicks, the two chicks situation.
I was gonna say, okay, so you're at the end of the second arc. I was gonna say once you start the third arc, they do kind of tell you, okay, you need to parry, and they're gonna make sure you know how to parry going into that third arc. They force you. It's like you're gonna get this parry and sit down because you about to need it.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But that's why that third ability you get is literally like an auto parry. If you use it.
And that's the thing. I got the timing down now on the parry. Like, and the thing is, when you do it, it's so satisfying. But like I do agree there's a delay. Like you have to do it. There's a small window. You have to do it right before the enemy the hit lands. But there's also a delay on the shield. So that's what makes it kind of hard.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly, but no. I disagree. You got to do it earlier than that, because usually in most games you have to do it like right before the hit lands. In Kana, you have to do it right before the hit lands.
That's true. You're right, because the shield takes a minute to like. Yeah.
Right.
It was hard to master the timing. It's difficult. I thought to master that timing.
I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
How did in a half an hour Smooth go from I'm uninstalling this bullshit to posting the credits?
What?
Okay.
Yeah, because the boss probably.
Because this is where Bond. All right, this is what happened. So this is where Mocha came in, right? I tweeted. I don't care. I don't fucking matter. It wasn't no damn challenge. So I was struggling in this because in the third in the third arc you don't have an order of how you could attack each objective. You can go at anyone at any point. So I just went to the closest one that was to me at that point, and I came across this enemy. He wasn't a boss. He just did fuck shit. Like, and it was like, yo, like, how do you expect me to do this? So I tweeted about it because I was irritated. So when I tweeted that out, I then completely left that area and did the other two objectives and got through those fine. By the time I got to that point, I seen Mocha, what she did to get past it. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna try that. But at that point, I had already even earned like two abilities that like to allow me to get through things. I had done meditated like freaking twice or whatever. So my health is stronger and whatnot. But what she did, it did work. Which was, I just kept, a fair amount of distance between me and that little, spamming bastard that they got in the game. But yeah, that wasn't like a fortress. That wasn't like gotcha moment. It was just like, oh, okay, that works.
Yeah, and the thing is, exploration really helps you in this game because you're gonna find meditation points increase your life bar. So if you kind of just like breeze through the game a little bit too fast, then when you get up to like the further bosses, you're not gonna have as much life. You have to find the rot, because there's a rot meter. I forgot the actual title, but there's the rot meter, right? And I think it maxes out at like 4. So like that's the meter where you can tell your give your rot commands to like go, because like for example, health. You need meter to tell the rot to go get me some health. You need the meter to tell your rot to attack this enemy and like stun them.
Courage.
Yeah, the courage. So you have to find more rot to get more of the bar for it. So I actually after the second section, I went back and found like 3 meditation spots that I missed and like a whole bunch of rot. So now I have like the whole skill tree unlocked now. Yeah. So the third section should be a little bit easier for me.
You don't need rot to like you don't need like to collect a certain amount of rot to tell them what to do though. That comes
for the
from,
for
like,
the skill tree, my
bosses
bad.
in
For the skill
battle.
tree. Yeah, you need to get them for the skill tree. Yeah.
Right, but if you're in battle, you can have all 40 rot, but if you haven't hit the enemy enough to where your courage bar filled up, you can't heal yourself. So if you're just running around getting fucked up, that's gonna come back and bite you.
Yeah.
But I ain't gonna lie, but that wait, anybody beat it yet other than me?
I'm at the very end.
Shit.
I'm at the very end, but I reached that guy. You know who I'm talking about? Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you this.
Mortal Kombat.
This is
You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Look, I hit him yesterday. I got to him yesterday. It was in the morning. I was streaming, and he came out, and I was like, "Yeah, he not about to ruin my weekend." I turned the game off. I ain't never turned the game off so fast in my life. And I was like, "You know what? I'm gonna enjoy my weekend, and then I'm gonna come back."
This game, that's one of the things I didn't like about the game is that if there is a segment that takes place before a boss fight and you die, you have to do that segment again. Like if they have to spawn a bunch of people in before the boss comes, or
I hate games
that is like that drove me nuts because it just makes the encounter longer. And because I hate that, the last boss in the game is a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Just giving you a heads up. Early heads up. The last game of the boss is a bitch because of that scenario right there.
So the Mortal Kombat guy, how long did it take? How long did it take for you to get him?
It took me. Did he? No, it wasn't. Honestly, it really wasn't that bad. For the Mortal Kombat, I had a problem with the chick that like flies. I don't know if anybody hit that chick yet, but I had more of a problem with the chick that flies. Mortal Kombat. I mean, he looks intimidating, and he has like some OP ass movement shit. But I think it took me like 2 tries.
Really? He cleaned me up 3 times in 5 minutes, and I turned the game off. It's like, he cleaned me up. Yeah.
Taro was harder than the second chick. Like, I died like maybe 15 times to Taro. His grab frames are crazy. The second chick, I think I beat her in like five tries.
What? Bro. Yo.
She was way easier. Yeah, she was way easier.
She was easier in a way, but she didn't have any broken moves like Taro. Taro had broken moves.
Yeah.
Her, I felt like it was the little people. You know how they be. You can't really focus on the boxes. All this other stuff. Yeah.
And also, because I'm playing this on PS5. The motion blur is a little bit strong for me.
Okay, thank you.
I gotten. It hasn't happened a lot, but like maybe twice I got a little bit dizzy and a little sick. I'm very sensitive to motion blur, bro. Like
I'm too.
I literally, if there's too much motion blur, and the game runs at 60 frames for the most part, it does have some drops at certain areas, right? So if that frame rate starts dropping and there's like heavy motion blur, I literally get physically sick. I start sweating and like I feel like I'm about to die. So there's been parts of this game where like maybe it's only like maybe after like I'm playing for like 3 hours and the motion blur starts to get to me. I'm like, yo, I can't. I wish you could turn this off. You could probably turn it off on PC, but not on PS5, I think.
I didn't really get that. Like, I don't know. Maybe because it's third person.
Yeah, no, because the thing is that I felt like once you start moving, I don't know if it was motion blur, it's something, but once you start actually moving, I feel like the image starts to break up on a character. It's like this, like I don't know. It's like it felt like the pixels start to break up, and that's the issue I would have. And then like after a while, I got adjusted to it, but I changed, TVs and whatnot, and I made sure I was changing the modes to make sure there was like no bug. Restarted the game, but the image like does like break down when you start putting the thing in motion. But I didn't know if that was related to motion blur or if it was just the resolution technique that they were using.
Right.
And I only get like blur, like the parry. I feel like when you get the parry off the right way, I feel like that is kind of like of a blur. But
well, what did you say, Bond?
Is the first thing you do whenever you play a game on PC is look to disable motion blur, depth of field?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's the first thing I go to.
Very first thing. By the way, this game, the two people in charge of Ember Lab, they're black dudes. That's who made this game. They brothers.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they're actually it's Michael Greer and Josh Greer. I definitely want to get them on the show. I would like to talk to these dudes. I think that would be cool. Yeah, they black. Yeah.
Never mind. Hang on.
Yeah, they so they definitely, especially for this being their first game, and it was what does they say, a team of 15, 20 people, something like that. Yeah, it's impressive, man. It's impressive. Jack, I know you didn't play that much. You played like maybe 2 hours.
Yes.
But thoughts based on that?
I really can't add nothing too much to what y'all already said because I'm early in the game, but I like it. I definitely like it. As far as the parry, I agree with the parry situation. I read that they patched it like yesterday, so I ain't been back on the game, so I don't know.
Shit.
It did not fuck. Well, yeah, the parry's definitely. Then I heard people say like you gotta. I don't know. It's weird. It is definitely weird with the timing. The gameplay is cool. I'm actually surprised by how difficult the game is, even though I'm playing on hard mode. It's another mode after that, but it's actually difficult. This ain't no walking. Don't let them little tick-looking motherfuckers fool y'all. The cute shit don't.
I think it fooled a lot of people.
Yep.
Yeah, I like the difficulty. I definitely.
And that's why I wanted to hurry up and beat the game, because people are complaining. Like David Jaffe was literally complaining on Twitter about the difficulty, and I'm like, oh no, they about to patch this shit. So I'm like, I need to hurry up and beat the game.
It starts on default on the easiest mode though. I don't know if people even know that. Like,
yeah,
what's it called? Like,
no. It starts now because usually you have when I
start on. I think it's called story mode or some
story
shit.
mode.
It's like the very first one. It's easy.
Yeah, there's an easy mode, but I just went to the normal equivalent, which is Spare Guide.
Yeah. You got to go down one. Yeah.
That's what I played on.
Yeah, when I played on that shit, I guarantee you, I pressed start a couple times contemplating to switch that shit. That shit had me going crazy. I think even I had the gameplay of me pressing start, going back and forth. If I want to switch the difficulty level, I think that shit had me questioning on Tarot. It was Tarot and who else had me kind of like second.
There was a dude with a dude with some tentacles that had me,
Yep.
Yeah,
I really hope they don't patch it. Like, they literally give you an easy mode. Like, just play on easy. And like, I don't understand. Like, if a game is too difficult for you, that means that game is just not for you. Like, why ruin it?
And that's the other thing. I'm wondering what difficulty Jaffe's playing on, because if you playing on the easier mode and still complaining, I'm like, my guy.
Speaking of which, are we talking about the one guy today who wanted the LeBronification of that one game?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm not even sure what you're referring to, sir.
The one dude who was like, "Oh, I can't enjoy."
I know what you're talking about. The accessibility.
Yeah. We'll get to that. I don't know the finer details, but yeah, we'll get to that. Let me just finish up on Kenna. Yeah, I mean, listen, the combat's good, visuals good. Gaming Twitter, they be trolling. Gaming Twitter narrative now is games with bushes that don't move. And fruit, and when you can't shoot fruits, so they've been walking through bushes on Kana and like, oh man, the bushes don't move. And yeah, that's the funny thing about this game. The environment is somewhat static, but it doesn't feel dead. Like the environment definitely feels alive, but no, trees aren't necessarily going to be like swaying and bushes ain't moving when you move through it. But honestly, I didn't even notice till gaming Twitter, started walking through bushes instead of playing the goddamn game.
All I know is I was running through some snow and I could see it wasn't like a heavy impression, but she left impressions in the snow when she ran through the snow. And when I played Ghost of Tsushima, I didn't really see anything in the snow. So, yeah.
Yeah. The music is good. You know, I ain't a crazy music person and all that, but people have been saying they really like the music in Kana. It feels like a lot of people have been calling it a PS2 game, but not in a bad way. And like, I agree, it feels and plays like an optimized modern PS2 era game, and that's not a bad thing.
Apparently, there was a way to like cheat to get the platinum, and then Ember Labs they kind of patched that out. I was like, oh,
yeah,
I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, so to what people were doing, so because you have to, you would have to beat the game twice to get the platinum, once on the harder difficulty, and I was surprised by that because most developers stray away from that now. You know, they give participation trophies, but there was a glitch where I have to think after you beat the game, I think they were loading their game after you could put the game difficulty in the menu on the hardest difficulty, right? And then load your game that you already it saves like obviously before the final boss, I guess, and then I think you would just have to beat the final boss. It's something like that.
Yep.
So the people were completely avoiding beating the game all over again. So, but you could do that on version 104. If you have 106, which is the latest patch, they fixed it. So people see, like I seen Robbie earlier because he's trying to do it. He somehow still has version 104, so he's hyped because he's like, I don't got to beat the game over again. I could just use the exploit. So I'm gonna have to beat the game over again because I got 106. Is what it is.
I mean, it don't even hit the same on PC though. Trophies don't hit the same like they do on PlayStation.
Oh, here we go.
They don't hit the same.
Digital knickknacks.
No, like I don't know. Maybe it's because I don't know, man. It just don't hit the same. I don't be excited when I get trophies. It's just
like, to tell you, don't do nothing special.
The only trophy I care about is the one that's showing that I beat the game now. Because for real, they just don't do anything for me anymore. It just be like, man.
I mean,
I don't know.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Aside from the fact that Jack bought this game and we're shared play partners, I did want that platinum trophy. And I'm going for it. It's not a hard platinum. So yeah, I mean that's one of the reasons I didn't buy it on PC because I wanted the platinum trophy. I ain't gonna lie to you. That platinums matter sometimes, man.
Smart
If you
man.
know a game gonna be an easy platinum, I mean, why not? Like, why not play it on PlayStation to get a platinum? Like, I know, and I'm not even a platinum chaser, and I understand that. So,
Yeah, like games that like visually and the PC version of this game has some it has some hiccups. It's not a bad port from what I've heard. Digital Foundry says it has some problems though. So, yeah, man. Kana a sleeper, man. I would say it's a sleeper, and like I didn't expect it to be this good. I thought it'll be okay. I didn't expect it to be this good and have this much content in it as far as like the bosses and the combat gets better and all that.
if you don't like bosses, don't play it. It's very, very boss centered.
Heavy.
Like, don't play it if you don't like boss fights.
I think only be like two bosses. I think.
I think you got to fight like 4 or 5 bosses before you even fight the one at the end of the arc, right? Like there's a bunch of fights every arc.
Yeah, I would say the characters you fought were probably not the boss that we're talking about.
Yeah, I think you got to go through 5 before you get to.
Oh, brother. Okay, well, shit.
Yeah.
And bro, when the bosses be breaking your shield, whew, they
hurt your feelings.
It does hurt your feelings. Like it just like bashes right through you. Like fuck out of here with your bitch ass shield. Yeah, that joint hit hard, man.
Hopefully they don't patch it. Like games didn't do that back in the day. Like if I remember correctly, people like you couldn't patch. Well, they weren't patching games back in the day for being difficult. Like why is this a thing now?
Because people complain and outrage culture exists.
Ninja Gaiden was difficult. Legacy of Kain was difficult. Soul Reaver, all those were difficult games, and it's like if you couldn't beat them, then you just didn't play them.
Yeah. Okay. If there's no more comments on Kana, Blandrew, I really think you would like this game, good sir.
I'm here. What's up?
I think you would like this game.
Maybe later on. There's too much on the everlasting Summer of Games console known as the Nintendo Switch to play right now.
God. Here we go. This goddamn advertisements. All right.
It doesn't look bad though. It's just like somebody in the comment section said. Everybody keeps comparing this game to Nintendo games, but these very same people hate and clown Nintendo games every chance they get.
What hypocrites!
I'd rather play Kane. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Sorry, dog.
So yeah, so let's so Bond, I don't have much details on that situation you were talking about. I know dude was complaining. There was a dude complaining about Deathloop, saying that it's not accessibility friendly, like for disabled people, but I don't know exactly what makes it not
the game was too hard.
Friendly.
The game was literally too hard for him. He would not tell anybody on Twitter what he meant, and I'm just like looking. And from what I got watching the video, it was too hard. You need more deaths in the loops and blah blah. So the game's too hard. It's not anything inaccessible. It's no different than somebody saying, I can't beat a Souls game. Or like Mocha said, I can't beat Ninja Gaiden. You can't beat it. You can't beat it. It doesn't mean it's not inaccessible.
That dude that was complaining, he's I think he legally blind. If that's the same person we talking about.
That's what I wanted to ask. So what happened with it? Because I never found out what was the.
Because here's the thing:
the game was too hard. Period.
He said it wasn't. He said the issues weren't patchable though. He said the way the game is designed is like it's not.
I heard that part. He said the issues weren't patchable, but he wouldn't say what the issues were. So I'm like, well, what is? Because when disabled people complain about accessibility, it's like, oh, the game doesn't have colorblind support. It doesn't have, for example, like when they give you the option to press a button instead of having to hold the button, because some disabled people, for some, that holding a button or pressing a button, whatever, might be harder for them, right? So that type of stuff has to do with accessibility, but difficulty, that's not really, if a game is challenging.
The game doesn't have it. You can't patch in the difficulty levels. He said it can't be patched. So I'm like, does it not work with the adaptive controller? I don't know. Like,
so yeah, I don't really understand his complaint or exactly what he was talking about, because as far as I remember, there were like, accessibility options in the menu. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I haven't really seen anything about it since then. So I don't know. Maybe Arcane does something about it. Whatever his complaint was.
There's nothing to do.
Because the game doesn't have any difficulty. Does it have difficulty?
No,
I can't remember.
It's not. No difficulty option.
I don't think so.
And the AI is fairly. There's no.
He got to be talking about something else. I don't know.
There's no real boss fights. Like there's nobody that has stronger health than anybody else and whatnot. Yeah.
Okay. Well. Hey man, sorry about that. You're not missing out on much, in my opinion.
Yeah, good. Like I said, I thought he was talking about like subtitles being too small. I play Battlefield with colorblind mode just so I can more easily see, because when you're running through dirt and grass and everything, it's just nice that things flash blue and they're not green. So I'm thinking things like that, but nope. They should add more depth. The enemies are too hard. I'm like, okay, so you suck. He's like, I'm pretty good at. Look, I'm sorry, I hate to use smooth, but if smooth can beat a game, then it ain't that hard.
Why
sorry,
that's facts.
I'm just saying, if smooth can beat it, you shouldn't. And you're complaining about difficulty. That's your issue. You're just not good.
Why say no patch though?
Just don't play it. Like if you get your
sometimes you gotta sit it out, man.
I gotta watch that whole entire video.
You ain't gotta play every game that come out neither. That's what he needs.
Think they gotta play every game that come out, and you gotta cater it to be something that they can beat. And if I don't know, man, it's just fucking annoying.
It seemed like he one of them people when he put out content, he just want to show people like, oh, this is how it's accessible to blind people. Look, I can walk and don't do no damage to me. Like, man, just go play something else, bro. I don't know what to tell him. Go get on The Last of Us and turn off all that shit and go lay in the grass while motherfuckers running on top of you, not being able to see you, and have fun with that.
Mm-hmm.
It reminded me of like back in the day. Remember, like before video games were like really strong. Enemies weren't able to really jump you at first. Like they would just all kind of stand around and you would fight one person at a time. Yep. That's how people want games to be right now.
Right. All right. Well, let's move on from that and let's talk about this Nintendo Direct. Okay. Ready for this, Blandrew? You ready for this heat?
I don't know what heat you could possibly throw my way, but I've been waiting to talk about Nintendo Direct. But go ahead.
No, I'm talking about the heat that Nintendo delivered us. It was fire. You know, it was. I mean, not for me, but this thing was a 2 out of 10. But okay, we go in chronological order of the announcements. First thing was Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. This is just a DLC expansion for Monster Hunter Rise. Cool. I don't. Blandrew, you haven't played Monster Hunter Rise, right?
I did. I beat it. It's my game of the year currently.
Oh, really? I didn't know about this.
Yeah.
So you excited about this DLC then?
I needed to see it, but it's nice to know that we're getting some like legit content coming to Monster Hunter. Instead of like these little tiny updates, they're going to be like a big expansion coming next summer.
Okay, cool. So yeah, that was the first thing they announced. So Sunbreak is coming. It says it's coming winter next year. Then we got a look at Mario Party Superstars. Mario Party Superstars is just like the best mini games of, you know, from all the Mario parties put into one game, which, you know, I'm looking forward to that, you know.
Yep.
You know, play with the wife, you know, mop her up.
It's supposed to have the best boards from the Nintendo 64 era too.
Yeah. Okay, so, you know, that's a cool announcement. That's cool. Wait, this is definitely not in order, is it? Wait. Let me just keep going. Okay. We saw Splatoon 3. That's heat, right?
Yeah.
It is. Splatoon is fire.
Yeah, like I'm down for Splatoon, right? You know, I don't have no slander for Splatoon. I look forward to 3. I played 2. You know, the only problem is Nintendo's online. That's the only real problem with Splatoon.
What, you want to be able to talk shit?
Kinda, and just
Splatoon.
Yes, and just not being on a shitty network with playing with people on Wi-Fi.
I agree with that part, but I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Then we got there was Disco Elysium, the final cut. That's just coming to Nintendo Switch. That's not necessarily new. I think it's just coming to Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
We got we got Kirby and the Forgotten Land.
Absolutely.
So
my game of the show.
This is a 3D Kirby game. A lot of people were saying it looks like Kirby, you know, went to the Last of Us universe or went to Nier Automata's universe. It's Kirby. Like, it's Kirby.
BG, you're gonna have to do a better time like hyping me up. You sounding mad boring right now.
Why ain't you running?
You want to go through the list?
We got
why you ain't running?
Let me send you the list.
3, I guess that's cool. I guess. Like, come on, bro. Like, put some hype into this.
My bad, dog. You know what? You right. I'm gonna send you the list, and you hype us up. You bring us through this Nintendo catalog of what they gave us on that spectacular day. Okay, I'm sending you the list.
I guess people like Monster Hunter. I don't know. I mean,
you know, it's hard to get excited about Nintendo now. I'm a Nintendo fan, by the way. I want you to know that.
Well, that conference was straight up booty cheeks.
I'll get to you, so just sit down. Let me get through this list.
Yeah, so you can use the list.
Just go ahead, BG. Just get through the list, and then we'll talk about it.
Oh, okay. All right. So yeah, there was Kirby and the Forgotten Land. It's a 3D Kirby game. There was Chocobo GP. This is Square making a Chocobo Mario Kart game for some reason. Instead of giving us Mario Kart 9, Nintendo, you know, is gonna do this. All right, cool. Well, don't worry, I'm okay. I don't have any problems.
What does Chocobo racing have to do with Nintendo? Like, what did Nintendo do? Like, what is the Mario Kart connection here?
Because I want Mario Kart 9, and they are forcing me to play Mario Kart 8. Like, bro, we've been playing Mario Kart 8 for like 10 years.
No, I agree, but why are we taking it out? Why are we taking it out on Chocobo? Is what I'm saying.
Because
Nintendo's conference, the same reason we take it out on Sony for showing dog shit games, Blandrew.
No, Chocobo is not a Nintendo game. People have been going after Nintendo.
And a lot of games that Sony showed that you guys complained about weren't made by Sony. What's the point?
Taking blame for Deep Down getting canceled.
Exactly. It's the same thing.
It's at a Nintendo conference, and they showed me a kart racing game that was not Mario Kart. So yes, I'm gonna complain. Like, I'm still mad at you because you didn't show Mario Kart.
Because I literally heard at that Sony conference, oh, nobody wants to see this game. We want to see other games.
I'm saying
Shenmue
people
3, they got blamed for Shenmue 3.
I'm saying people. Well, wasn't Sony directly involved with Shenmue 3 though? But what I'm saying is, that would be like me looking at Chia and being like, "Curse you, Sony! Why couldn't you just make Ape Escape instead?" As if Sony made Chia themselves.
The bottom line is, it's a game showed at the conference that he didn't care about, just like when Sony showed shit last week that y'all didn't care about. Same energy.
Yeah, so it's not that Square is making Chocobo GP. It's more that Nintendo is not giving me Mario Kart 9. That's the problem. Because
you don't have a problem with Chocobo. It's just that there's no Mario Kart right now.
It's reminding me that Nintendo's not giving me a Mario Kart 9. It's a reminder. That's the problem.
Hardly agree. But BG, you be playing Mario Kart?
Absolutely.
He plays.
Why don't you ever stream it?
No, I got Mario Kart in my Switch is in my bedroom, and that's away from all my equipment. Yeah, I don't have a Switch at my desk. So I be deep in the Mario Kart streets. Come on now, come on, baby Bowser all day. They don't want to see me. They don't want to see me out here.
Yeah.
Okay, we got two events announced.
Hold on, how many games was that announced so far?
Chocobo GP, Kirby, Splatoon, Mario Party, and Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak.
So no bangers right yet. Okay,
we're 5 for 5 in my book right now. But go ahead, BJ.
Blandrew.
I'm serious.
You are not playing Chocobo GP, Blandrew.
You don't bet.
You are not playing.
Crazy. I don't know if Mocha saw the last episode, but a conference that had Wolverine, Spider-Man 2, Gran Turismo, God of War Ragnarok, Project Eve, and stuff. They rated it a 4 out of 10, Mocha.
Indeed.
So let's just see how they compare this conference to it.
Yo, speaking of that, BG, you gave it that low rating, but like Tony clipped like a part of you. And you were like having an orgasm, busting a nut. Like,
this thing was acting like he just got sucked off.
I addressed that.
And he was like, well, it doesn't matter. He said that the intro doesn't matter, only the climax. I was like, okay, so when your wife is shucking you off, it don't really matter the lead up, just the ending, huh?
Pretty much Mocha. What I said was the show put me to sleep. The show was 45 minutes. 40 minutes put me to sleep, and 50 minutes got me, and 5 minutes got me excited. So that's what it is. I'm not giving you a great score when like most of the show was trash.
But you saw what you wanted to see, right? Like the games that you wanted to see.
But Mocha, what did you think about the first 35 minutes of the PlayStation show? Like before Wolverine came here, what did you think when you were seeing Guardians, Deathloop, and all that other stuff?
Guardians, yeah, I know how I feel. Trash, but anyway, I liked Forspoken. I liked the Forspoken trailer. But other than that, it was mid. But they gave me what I wanted. So you gave me what I wanted. PlayStation delivered. That's what they do. They deliver. Yeah, even though, and I feel like they had to show those other games because there are people that care about those games just like we care about our games. Like, they had to give people their little 5 minutes or whatever, and then they come with the grand finale like the 4th of July at the last second, just that like at the last.
There you go.
Fire. I think it was great. I saw what I wanted. I was satisfied. I got what I needed. So I think it was great. Yes.
Mocha, come back. I can't deal with these dumb niggas weekly anymore.
We got breaking news from Naughty Dog, man.
Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Don't. What is it?
You sounded kind of sad, so I don't think it's a good thing.
They put out a letter. They put out a letter to the community. And pretty much it's a whole bunch of mumbo jumbo. But they said, in short, we're working on it. We see the community comments as many of you clamor for multiplayer and want updates. For now, we'll say that we love what the team is developing and want to give them time to build our ambitious project. We'll reveal more when it's ready. There you go.
Acknowledge it, I guess.
Naughty Dog. I'm sorry, Blandrew. We're gonna go back to Nintendo.
Yeah, giddy up. Go ahead.
No disrespect to the Nintendo overlords, but who did you always say that was always apologizing, Bond? Like, please.
That man.
Yeah,
that's Iwata. Yeah.
Iwata.
Oh, that man.
That's what Naughty Dog is doing to us. You know, just please give us more time. We apologize. We're sorry. We hear you. Like, man, I ain't trying to hear this, bruh.
Wait, is that a problem? What they're doing? At least they're addressing that it's coming.
They've been addressing it since last year.
For years.
When they told us that we weren't getting factions before The Last of Us 2 came out, they said, we hear you and we know what you want and we will update you at a later time. A year later, they're saying, we hear you, we know what you want, and we will address you at a later time. It's the same thing they said last year, and they on some bullshit, dog. Like, I hate them. I hate them. You can give us more than a letter. You can give us a title screen, a crumb, just anything.
At least that's the first time they actually acknowledged they was working on online, though.
No, no, they acknowledge.
They use that way, say it's coming, but they never say we working on online. This is like the first time they ever said it.
The confirmation when they said they were hiring for a multiplayer game, though.
I didn't trust that.
To me, that was confirmation.
I don't know.
I mean, we're like when you tweet out, "Hey, we're hiring for a multiplayer game." Yeah, we know, nigga. So like, to me, I didn't need this letter to know that. Oh man. But yeah, they said, in short, we're working on it. We see the community comments as many of you clamor for multiplayer and want updates, blah, blah, blah. Bullshit. The Last of Us Part 2 launched, and we're currently in full swing of hiring for multiplayer positions. Hint, hint. You niggas think you so cute.
That shit ain't nowhere near coming out, dag.
You niggas think y'all so cute with this. Man, I hate them. Let's get back to Nintendo. Okay.
What? Still no bangers, right? Continue.
5 for 5. Go ahead.
So yes, they announced events. They announced 2 events at this show. One was for the final Smash Bros. DLC character that's coming October 5th.
Yep, and if you were in my Twitter Spaces, I specifically said that would exactly happen. That we wouldn't be getting a Smash character. That they were going to announce the event for the Smash character.
Okay. They also announced there's going to be an Animal Crossing Direct in October. So that was the other event they announced at this event.
Yep.
Announcing events at events. Fire. Okay.
Which I'm not mad about, because Animal Crossing, even though I do enjoy Animal Crossing as a game, it's not something that really shows all that well that I like sitting through at a Nintendo Direct. So I was kind of glad that they just said, all right, we got something major coming to Animal Crossing. We won't show it now. On to the next game. So I'm happy they did that.
Okay. There's more free updates that are coming to Mario Golf. Or
yes.
Mario Golf community. Cool, I guess. Disney Magical World 2 is getting an enhanced port for the Nintendo Switch. Okay.
Never heard of it.
Me either. I never knew there was a 1. These niggas talking about 2. The original Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic is coming to Nintendo Switch.
You said yes, sir.
Me?
Andrew.
How you gonna say yes, sir, when the announcement of the remake wasn't a banger?
I never said it wasn't a banger. I said, where's the gameplay?
Oh, God, stop it.
Go ahead, BG.
So, yes, this is just a port. It's the exact same game. But I'm like, do people, like the fans, the original fans, want to I know they love it, but do they still want to play the original game as is? And do they want to play it on a Nintendo Switch? Is this coming on the platform?
Wait, why wouldn't they?
Why would they want to play it on Nintendo Switch?
No, I'm saying why wouldn't fans of the original?
This is not the
game
remake, though. You know that, right? That's not the
Yeah,
remake.
I know. It's just a port of the original Xbox game.
Yeah.
Bond just played it recently this year.
Bond?
Did he?
Yeah. Played it this year on a PC with mods and everything.
Like I said, Bond just played it this year. Go ahead, BG.
What's the point?
And you can play it on the portable power, else known as the Switch.
Yeah, I've had the damn game. You about to buy it now?
No. I'm saying BG saying, does anybody really want to play the original game? And I'm like, of course, people still want to play the original game and still love the original game and replay it.
The original game, the game I played wasn't the original game. It was modded and everything.
No doubt, Bond. Go ahead, BG.
And the modded and the second game isn't even a complete game. You have to actually mod it to finish the game.
So my friend at work tells me. Go ahead, BG.
Okay.
This nigga crazy.
The Dying Light series is coming to Nintendo Switch.
Trash announcement. That was the very first trash announcement of this. I can't stand seeing these Western AAA games at a Nintendo Direct. It just seems so off and it looks ugly.
Well, it's trash because not because of
It
Dying
runs
Light. Dying
trash
Light
on Nintendo Switch.
Exactly. Dying Light is a great game, but so the original Dying Light is coming to Nintendo Switch. Dying Light 2 is getting a cloud version on Nintendo Switch because, of course, the Nintendo Switch is as powerful as two staplers taped together. So none of these, none of these games, at least not in their, not in their real state, not in the best state, they can't run on Nintendo Switch. They got to be lower than low settings to possibly run, or cloud versions. So no self-respecting gamer would actually play Dying Light on a Nintendo Switch.
Even if the Nintendo Switch was the strongest console on the market, I do not want to see these type of games at a Nintendo conference.
Well, other people do, Blandrew.
That's fine. I'm just talking about me. You gave it a 0 games out of 5. I told you 5 out of 5 is good. Other people wanted to see those games, even though you didn't want to see them. Go ahead, BG.
It's funny because when people said that for the Sony conference, you didn't take that language, did you?
Actually, no. You were the one that made a video about me and BG. I did not make a video on people. Hold on. Exactly. I did not make a video on people that were praising this showcase. I was not going up into spaces calling people saying they were trash or anything for saying they had given it a high score.
Did you understand the point of my video, Blandrew?
What is the point of your video, Bond?
Did you watch the video?
I watched it. What's the point of it?
How did you not get the clear distinction that the video is grading the conference based on your own standards?
Which are?
Meaning that when we look at this conference, we use the same standards.
What were my standards then?
Oh, continue, BG.
What were my standards?
We'll let it all float out because I don't want to go one by one.
Okay.
Triangle Strategy. I hate that name, by the way.
Trash game.
Amazing game.
That was the game that they had a demo for a while back, and they they made some improvements, and now it has a release date, March 4th, 2022. Cool. I'm so excited.
Don't sleep on that game. That was a very well story from what I played, and the combat was very good as well. I know a lot of you guys didn't really care for Octopath, but Triangle Strategy has one cohesive story. The cast was really good, and the combat was challenging and fun as well.
The story in a little demo. Stop.
No, I'm saying the story was cool from what I was playing of it. People were dying. People were getting assassinated. One of the characters got their head chopped off and fell into the ocean. It was dope.
Congratulations. A whole village got slaughtered in the beginning of Final Fantasy VI.
One of your favorite games of all time. So what's the point there?
I'm just saying it's nothing new, Blandrew.
Yeah, but it's cool.
Can they change the name? I hate this name.
It does sound like a little
it's a prototype. Mobile. It's a code name that they never.
Yeah, changed. They did the same thing with Octopath. It was Project Octopath Traveler when they revealed it back in January of 2017 at the Nintendo Switch event. Now they just took the project out of Triangle Strategy and it's just Triangle Strategy now. So should have definitely gave it a better name.
Definitely not a banger because we haven't seen this little studio be proven yet.
Have you played the demo?
I didn't need to play the demo. I play full games, Blandrew. All I know is I played the last game and it was trash.
Continue, BG.
Okay.
And I probably played it before you finished. I finished it well before you did too.
You definitely did. Go ahead, BG.
Yeah.
All right. They got another look at Metroid Dread. Okay. Another game that Nintendo fans.
That game.
Don't do that, BG. I guarantee you this will be the best-selling Metroid game to come out.
You should bet Bond on that.
I'll bet Bond on this.
It's gonna be the best-selling Metroid to come out.
Metroid Dread.
Yeah, I won't disagree with you on that.
Okay.
Okay. All right. The Shadowrun collection. I don't even know what to say about that one. The Castlevania collection, Advanced Collection, is coming to Nintendo Switch. I think it's also on other platforms.
That was a that was a multiplayer. It was a Shadow Drop announcement. They announced that it was going live after the Nintendo Direct, which I bought. So.
Okay.
Trash. Already own all the games on Game Boy Advance, and anybody could literally emulate those games for the last 15 years.
Not everybody wants to emulate games on a PC. Continue, BG.
The games aren't remastered in HD or anything. It's literally the same damn game.
Continue, BG.
ActRaiser Renaissance.
Yes, sir. I'm playing that right now.
I know nothing about this game, but people are hyping this and saying they're so. I don't know nothing about this game.
It's a bunch of people that weren't even alive playing games on a Super Nintendo, hyping it. They never played ActRaiser. They never played ActRaiser 2. They never played Illusion of Gaia. They never played Terranigma.
I've never even heard anybody mention ActRaiser in an RPG discussion, but suddenly this joint got everybody on Twitter is a fan of it. I'm like, huh?
Thank you.
It's always on like one of those hidden gems of Super Nintendo type lists.
No, it's not a hidden gem.
No, I'm saying it's always on those type of lists.
It's just that it's not that good because you don't hear people like me in 7th level talking about it.
As if you in 7th level are the bar of quality when it pertains to
when it comes to older games and JRPGs, yeah.
I've never bought a game off of, yo, man, this man 7th level said it's certified, man, I gotta get this. I've never done that.
Hell no.
So let me get this straight. We're supposed to listen to a bunch of born in 3D gamers about.
No, I'm just saying I have never listened to 7th. I'm just saying I have never listened to 7th level's opinion on video games. Like I've never ran out to buy a game because 7th level approved
Obviously, because 7th level is a way older person and you has a very different taste. But if you were actually looking for a Genesis and Super Nintendo game, you would definitely want to talk to somebody that actually lived and played through the era. Something you did not.
Okay.
That's like me asking some born in HD gamer about a Super Nintendo game. What the fuck are they gonna tell me?
Yeah.
Damn.
Know your place, Blandrew. That's what he said.
Exactly.
I've played ActRaiser before, just like not in the era because I wasn't born.
Where did you play it on?
Super Nintendo.
Virtual console?
No, Super Nintendo. Physically, like I bought the physical copy.
Where'd
from
you buy
eBay.
that?
eBay years ago.
You still have it?
Yep.
I would like to see that copy.
Why would I lie about having a copy of ActRaiser for the Super Nintendo?
No, I would just like to see it because that's a rare game.
Oh, okay. I don't have part 2 or anything, but I just have the original one.
Part 2 is a lame game. Nobody
So
cares
I hear.
about part 2.
Okay. Deltarune is also coming to the Switch. Chapter 1 and 2.
That's actually a big deal because a lot of people think Undertale is just one of the best indie games ever created. So I hear good things about it. I just haven't gotten to it yet.
I got halfway through that game. I ain't never beat it though.
Okay. Bayonetta 3.
Yes, sir.
Ooh.
5 years later.
It's here.
Bayonetta sucks, bro.
Stop this, BG.
I won't go that far, BG.
Bayonetta's so ass. But listen, I know Nintendo fans needed a mature character to champion, so I'm gonna let y'all have that. You know, it's cool, but yeah, Bayonetta 3.
The interesting thing about this game was that people were saying that it gives them a lot of Scalebound vibes. They're wondering if they kind of, Scalebound lives on through Bayonetta 3 because it was like really kaiju heavy. You had Bayonetta, in the distance while the two monsters were colliding with each other. She was riding on one of the demons on the building and stuff.
You know what vibes it was giving me? It was giving me 500p at 15 frames per second vibes.
Where are you guys getting this 15 frames per second thing?
Look at the trailer. Look at it.
No, it was not. Stop it.
Blandrew. I can count the frames on. I can count the frames on this trailer.
When the game starts, I'm sure there's probably some part where she's riding on the building where it was dropping frames. But when she was in combat, like when the game first started off in gameplay mode, it was at 60 frames.
No,
I'm telling you,
no, sir, no. This game, this joint was looking rough. Like you know, like for the thumbnail of this video, I was looking for a high res shot of Bayonetta 3.
No,
that
you
shit
weren't.
don't exist, bro. That joint do not exist. Look anywhere. If you can find me,
it's Switch footage. Of course, it don't exist.
Exactly. You can't find no. So I had to use this blurry ass picture of Bayonetta. Like I didn't.
They don't got a press release like with some key art.
Bro, that's I was looking for it because usually like the press releases they be having like the clearest version. I can't find it. I can't find it nowhere. I had to use Bayonetta 2, like a Bayonetta 2 model, like because it's Nintendo Switch and 600p, 500p.
I'll be honest with you, they might as well just wait to the next system. The game was announced 5 years ago.
No. Get it out now when it has one of Nintendo's best install bases right now, and it's one of the most anticipated games.
It's going to be backwards compatible. They do the same thing with the Zeldas every generation.
Get it out now.
Okay.
I don't think they will.
I think it'll be the best-selling Bayonetta.
It only have to sell what 3
million? It only had to sell 1 million.
Yeah, 2-3 million in there.
Nintendo fans is not here for Bayonetta. Only I went in Baron's live, Baron's Twitter Spaces, and of course he was making it seem like Bayonetta 3 was gonna kill everything in sight in 2022. I'm like, Baron, only you like this game, dog. Like Nintendo fans is not standing for this broad. They don't.
She already in Smash. They don't have no reason to buy it.
Like, pack this up, Baron. No, you are a Bayonetta fan. Nintendo fans is not a fan of her like that.
I do think Bayonetta is a Game of the Year contender.
No.
Yes.
Well, I looked it up. Okay. I think
Bayonetta 2 was a Game of the Year contender. Like it got a lot of awards from other websites when it came out.
Okay, yeah. Let me not say it's like it
rates not a game rates highly.
It rates like I think the 2 was in the 90s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they say it's like they were saying it was the best action, action game. I remember seeing stuff about 2 saying that stuff, but anybody taking. I'm not taking Bayonetta 2 serious. Bayonetta in general serious. I just can't.
Well, here's the problem with Bayonetta. As soon as they put out that Ragnarok shit, everyone will forget about Bayonetta.
Oh yeah, Kratos is gonna be smoking on that Bayonetta pack.
What's even the comparison there?
Same comparison they do with Devil May Cry and Ninja Gaiden.
No, maybe if this was like God of War Classic or something, but this isn't even comparable to God of War anymore.
It is.
Bayonetta ain't even better than God of War Classic though.
I haven't played the God of Wars like that to make that give my full thoughts on that, but
I know that's why I'm doing it. I mean,
Bayonetta's gonna be a good game though.
Y'all toxic as fuck.
You see what I got to deal with here, Mocha?
But Blandrew, you called the Sony conference a 4 out of 10. We just graded it on that same harsh scale.
That my scale wasn't harsh.
Are you kidding me?
It wasn't.
4 out of 10 was Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2, Wolverine, Gran Turismo 7, Force.
I gave Gran. Well, hold up. I gave Gran Turismo
Eve and Coder. That's a 4 out of 10.
I said I like what was it? Gran Turismo 7. I gave that game its props. I gave Chia its props, and I gave Project Eve its props. The rest of the games,
it's still DG was busting nuts in his pants. It was still a 4 out of 10 to you guys.
Yeah,
stop talking about me busting.
Exactly.
They also announced a new card-based RPG.
Trash automatically because it's card-based.
From the Nier developers. So Blandrew and Jack, y'all here for this? Y'all hype for this? Because y'all was coming at my neck because for that last card-based argument we had.
I got the demo downloaded. I haven't gotten to it yet because I'm still on ActRaiser, but I do plan on playing it.
Oh man, I bet
you has actually finished baiting Kaidos. I don't want to hear it.
Oh man, I'm sure you're all just just shaking in your jimmies, just so excited for a card-based game. Like if you don't stop this
tabletop card-based RPG, man, but written by Yoko Taro and some of the same people that worked on the soundtrack from Nier. I'm there.
See, actually, I could believe Blandrew. Like I just can't believe this nigga Jack was capping for a card-based game. Like you was just frauding that day. You drank some fraud sauce and
what
some
you mean?
fraud.
No, I wasn't capping. All I said was I think you should check it out before you discredit it, BG. That's all I said. I wasn't capping for it. It might be a shit game.
Name me the last good card game not named Magic, Pokemon, or Yu-Gi-Oh that ever came out.
I played a game named Steam World Quest that was very fun, and it was card based.
There you go.
Steam World Quest.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Let me look this game up.
Here comes the downplay, and here comes the it doesn't.
Is that
count.
a spinoff of Steam World? There's a game called Steam World Dig, right?
Yeah, there is a Steam World series, but they have different gameplay styles.
Yeah.
Is it still? Is all
that was
card
RPG?
based?
That was RPG.
Yeah, it's RPG.
Oh, it's RPG.
The card game was RPG. The other one was just like strategy games.
Or a little Metroidvania dig 'em up type thing.
Yeah, all that joint trash. F all that.
No.
Okay. Hyrule Warriors: Age of Calamity DLC was also shown.
Not my type of thing, but I do plan on playing it before Breath of the Wild sequel comes out.
Age of Hyrule Warriors, Age of no frame rates.
Very clever. Go ahead, BJ.
You see that shit? That should be running, that should be dropping into the low teens. That shit that shit is lower than the Girl and Kids Moves rap video.
Whoa.
What?
People who don't know the context for that gonna be like, huh? Hey man.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Okay.
Not this move. Okay. And they talked about there's a new Super Mario movie on the way. Chris Pratt is going to be voicing Mario. Anya Taylor-Joy is going to be Princess Peach. That's the chick from Queen's Gambit. Amazing show. Charlie Day is going to be Luigi. Jack Black is Bowser. Key from Key and Peele is going to be Toad. They made the black dude the lamest character. I'm just putting it out there.
Toad is one of my favorites in the Mario spinoffs. But go ahead.
Stop this. He's like literally the lamest character. Seth Rogen is going to be Donkey Kong. And
perfect.
And the actual voice of Mario is going to be a cameo in the movie.
Did you play They're asking if you played Eye of Judgment, Jack.
No.
I mean, not Jack, Blandrew. They're asking if you played Eye of Judgment.
No. Why?
Because it's a card game.
The PlayStation game. Yeah, that was
So this Mario movie,
straight booty cheeks, and I'll tell you why. This is why this movie is straight garbage, and every Nintendo fan better fucking be on board hating it. What is the main criticism we hear about Sony games? They're all movies. They're all you heard of that, right?
Indeed.
They have to look like them.
But I'm saying we've all heard that Sony games are nothing but glorified movies. We all agree. We all have heard of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So tell me why the best developer on the planet, you're Michael Jordan, you're LeBron James, you're Tom Brady, isn't involved in making a video game, but he's producing this actual movie.
Are you talking about Miyamoto?
Yes.
Miyamoto's been left like the Nintendo, like as far as development. Well, I won't say he's left, but he's been more focused.
Left completely.
No, I'm saying he's been more focused on like other aspects of Nintendo, like the more like entertainment aspect, like theme parks and movies and stuff. So, and every time Miyamoto does put his input on games, whether it's Paper Mario or Star Fox or something, people hate it anyway. So I think people are more happy that they're away. Are you serious?
No. I mean, maybe these new age losers hate it. But
when
Miyamoto
said he doesn't want any other characters in Mario outside of Toad, in Paper Mario outside of Toad, you think that was a good decision?
It could have been.
When Miyamoto decided to force motion controls in the gamepad in Star Fox Zero, when everybody wanted traditional controls, you thought that was a good decision?
He's done wonders with motion control. Not his fault that Platinum Games couldn't implement it properly. Maybe they should have got a better developer. Bottom line is y'all are hating on movie games, but you're LeBron James, you're Michael Jordan, you're Tom Brady, ain't making games. He's literally making movies.
Go ahead, BG. I'm not entertaining this stupidity right now.
Exactly. He should be on the field, not on the bench.
Yo, man, you hate on sports games, but why am I always seeing you at the basketball court? What does that have to do with anything?
No, I'm talking about actually playing.
No.
You
I enjoy movies, but I don't like the slow cinematic gameplay experience that comes with playing a movie-like game for a video game. And a movie is also not $60 to $70, almost $80 after tax when it pertains to Nintendo.
Why would you want your top developer making
Who
movies?
said?
That's my point.
We don't think Miyamoto is our top developer. I haven't heard.
Who's the top guy at Nintendo making games then?
Nintendo, you could probably select the best studio or something. Right? Yeah, probably Aonuma.
Probably.
Yeah, he would be the guy, Aonuma. Okay. And Koizumi.
Okay.
Sakurai,
Koizumi. Like Miyamoto's name has not Smash Bros.
Sakurai.
Sakurai has like made one of the biggest fan base Nintendo has.
He's made one game. How's that different than Kojima?
Definitely got a weird ass fan base.
Like I said, Sakurai has the biggest fan of, Nintendo IP, so that wouldn't be a bad choice either. And it's also critically acclaimed as well.
Yeah. Not saying it isn't. But how's that any different than Kojima making one fucking game?
He's also made Kirby as well. And Kid Icarus Uprising, which were also fan favorites.
Gives a fuck about those games?
Oh, yeah, nobody cares about Kirby, and nobody cares about Kid Icarus Uprising. Okay.
Oh, when Nintendo be announcing Heat like Smash Brothers, niggas be busting nuts all over their camera like Etika. Ain't nobody doing that shit over Kirby.
Okay. Well, of course, like I never said Kirby was this big.
Blandrew a lot of reaction to the direct then. Talk to him, Blandrew.
Just tell me to continue, Blandrew, and I'll continue.
Continue, BG.
Okay. Yeah, the only thing I was gonna say about this, it's gonna be an animated movie. I'm just not sure about how those voices are gonna translate. Like when we hear Chris Pratt as Mario, and like a lot of I don't hear these people really changing their voice. Like freaking what's his name? Seth Rogen never changes his voice in anything he does. Like and he can't because he has such a distinct voice. He's always gonna sound like Seth Rogen. So it's literally just gonna sound like Donkey Kong is
Mario, stuff like that.
That laugh, that laugh he always does. It's gonna sound like him in every other movie. I'm like, yo, it doesn't sound like Donkey Kong. It just sounds like Seth Rogen being Seth Rogen. Which, listen, I'm willing to wait. I
think it'll be good. I don't think it'll be bad. And it comes out the day before my birthday, so I'm gonna definitely check it out.
I've been waiting to see a Mario with a good story, so this is our chance.
And do you guys really want Charles Martinet's voice doing Mario for like 2 hours? I've sat through cutscenes where he does his voice and I don't like it.
No, not really. I just don't know if Chris Pratt is the guy either.
I think they'll do computer alterations to their voice and make them sound more like the
yeah.
Okay. Also, so there's N64 and Sega Genesis games are coming to Nintendo Switch. Damn, where's the list of games?
That was a surprise.
Yeah.
It wasn't for me. If you were in my Twitter spaces, I said that would come. What I was wrong about was
Sega games?
No, I said he said Nintendo 64. I was saying what I was wrong about was the Game Boy, because I thought it would be Game Boy games were coming because that's what the rumors were suggesting. But it was actually Sega Genesis, which I'm more happy about because I think the Genesis is better than the Game Boy. But go ahead, BG.
So the Nintendo games, and all these games are part of the online expansion. Super Mario 64, Mario Kart 64, Star Fox, Yoshi's Story, Ocarina of Time, Win Back, Covert Operations, Dr. Mario, Sin and Punishment, Mario
Tennis,
sir. Banjo-Kazooie, Pokemon Snap, Majora's Mask, Kirby 64, Mario Golf, Paper Mario, and F-Zero X. Those are the Nintendo games.
The second half you just listed are games that will be coming later. Those aren't games that will be launching in October.
Okay. The Genesis games. The Genesis games are Castlevania Bloodlines, Contra Hard Corps, Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine.
Yes, sir.
I wasn't a Genesis guy.
It's like a Puyo Puyo type game.
Okay. Echo the Dolphin, Golden Axe, Gunstar Heroes.
Did you call it Ecto the Dolphin?
No, Echo. I said Echo the Dolphin. Oh. Golden Axe, Gunstar Heroes, Fantasy Star 4, Rise Star, Shining Force, Sonic 2, Streets of Rage 2, Musha, Fantasy Star 4, Shinobi 3, and Strider. And to top it off, Nintendo is selling the N64 controller the most obscure, strange.
Oh, now BG comes alive.
And,
okay.
And most uncomfortable controller ever made in history for $50. A 20-something-year-old controller that nobody even wanted to use back then, but we had no choice, and Nintendo is reselling it for $50. Shout out to Nintendo.
Now let me say why I think this is smart. Okay. First of all, I agree that it's one of the worst controllers ever made.
Facts.
But we all know Nintendo, they make their money off nostalgia. People play Nintendo games for nostalgia. So even though people hated those damn controllers, they're going to buy it again for the feeling of, oh my God, this controller, I remember. People are going to buy it. And Nintendo knows they're going to buy it. That's why they're selling it. And that's why they're selling it for $50. They know they're consumers. And I feel like if you know they're going to, I mean, why not?
Yep.
People are going to buy it. They're going to buy it.
That and Absolutely. The Sega Genesis controller is both controllers.
They're bringing back them old games. People want to play the old games, and they want to play the controller that they originally experienced the game with. So it's like a double nut for them. Like they're gonna love that shit. They're gonna love that shit. Absolutely, that was very smart for Nintendo to do.
I wish they had different colors though. I hate that gray color for the Nintendo
wireless
64.
now, also by the way.
Translucent joint.
Yeah, like give me jungle green or something. But
so yeah, I think that's it. I think that's everything.
I cannot believe they are about to charge $50 for 20 and 30-year-old controllers and have people subscribe to pay more online to play old ass games.
How much you think that expansion pack gonna cost? How much you think that's gonna cost?
It wouldn't matter if it's a fucking dollar. Yo, these motherfuckers are straight up Yakuza. They are straight up the gaming fucking mob.
Yeah, absolutely. The Mafia, the biggest thugs in the gaming industry, man. Biggest thugs.
If Sony announced that they were going to release old-ass controller games, like, oh, you could pay us to play old-ass games, yo, people would fucking revolt.
Oh, yeah, of course.
But like I said in the past, before it even came out, Nintendo can sell y'all niggas cardboard, and you would still buy it.
The Nintendo 64 and Sega Genesis controller is a non-issue, though. You can, like, if they were to be like, all right, the only way to play the Nintendo 64 and Genesis games would be to go out and buy an additional $50 controller for both consoles. Dang, somebody out there practicing for Chocobo kart racing.
It's still something people want, and they're saying, "Oh, you want it? You got to pay $50."
Yeah, but it's not like they're locking out the Joy-Con and the Pro controller or something.
Oh, you're not getting the point, Blandrew. It's like the Mocha
No,
said,
I hear what you're saying, but
on people's nostalgia.
No, I hear what you're saying, but it's not it's a non-issue at the end of the day. What, Mocha? What were you trying to say?
Oh my God, go ahead, Mocha.
Nothing.
This nigga is like the most dense motherfucker on the planet.
Oh, you got it. I'm good.
Thank you.
Yeah. So,
and for the people that were wondering, yes, I will be buying the Nintendo 64 controller. Sega Genesis, probably not, but I definitely will buy that Nintendo controller.
Hey, listen, I say all the time, man. People determine what's worth it to them. So I'm not necessarily knocking Nintendo for like I laugh when Nintendo does stuff like that because I truly believe that Nintendo like does stuff like that, not because they want to, but just because they want to see how far they can go.
They want to see how much of that. They want to see how much of that dick they can put in you until you say because
that's honestly how I feel. I'm like, because they literally sold y'all cardboard and got away with it. So at that point, they was like, we can do anything. So they're habitual line steppers. So they keep like, right now in Nintendo, they coming up like, what other dumb shit can we do that these niggas would actually buy? And they just keep trying to raise the bar every single time. And you niggas haven't shown them there's anything like any point they can't stop at. So,
but you know what the funny part is? They sure as hell loud as fuck when them $70 games come out. But they quiet as fuck when they get $60 Game Boy Advance and Wii games.
And I'm gonna keep the same energy, like, listen, if you don't think it's worth it, just don't buy it. Wait for a price drop. Same thing with $70 games. You don't think it's worth it, wait for a price drop. So
yeah, I'm gonna wait for a day one price drop for Gran Turismo.
Day one price. Shut up.
I mean,
that's gonna be my first day one price drop.
You probably could find it on CD keys or someplace.
Isn't it? I thought CD keys was a PC thing.
No, you can get all kinds of digital games on CD keys.
Digital? Yeah, no thanks. I'm buying my physical copy.
I don't think you can get PlayStation games on.
Yes, you can. There's a lot of times.
They like kind of like put like some crazy ass security.
They sell codes on there
because there's a lot of times I've been trying to buy Sekiro and I'm like, oh, good, this game's finally on sale on PC, but it was always the PlayStation code. I'm like, nope, I'm good. I'll wait for the PC version.
Okay.
If you do buy the controller, Blandrew, just make sure you get that purple see-through one.
That's the thing I was saying, Mocha. Like, it's just gray right now.
Yeah, they don't have.
Yeah, that's all they're gonna give you.
They tripping on that. They could have really cashed out.
They'll give you no. They'll give you the other colors later.
Oh yeah, they gotta get somebody great.
They're gonna wait for you to buy the gray one and then
Exactly.
They gonna do you like Double Dash.
That's Mario Kart game.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really have much to say else about this Nintendo Direct. I gave it a 2 out of 10. Blandrew, what you give it?
About an 8, hovering around a 9.
God damn.
So, okay, let me say this real quick. I can understand BG giving it a 2 out of 10 because the bar last week was the 4 out of 10 PlayStation conference. So that makes sense. But to say that this piece of trash was twice as good as the PlayStation conference is absolutely ludicrous. I give it a 1.
Those aren't his type of games.
Straight up 1. They announced one banger, and that was Bayonetta 3. That was it. We didn't get any.
You gotta realize though, Bond, like all of this stuff is strictly like opinion. Like your ratings are like your personal opinion, and Blandrew doesn't really care for PlayStation games, so those weren't bangers to him. So.
But here's my thing. Where was Breath of the Wild 2? Didn't see it. Where was Metroid Prime 4?
Hold up, they never said this showcase would be for games for 2022 or beyond. All the other stuff that we did get that were like 2022 release dates, technically we weren't even supposed to be getting those. We're lucky to get those. I was expecting them to come out here and focus on like Advance Wars, Big Brain Academy, Metroid Dread, Mario Party. Show us what's more going on with that, but all the extra stuff, and we probably get like 1 or 2 games, but they showed a lot of other stuff.
A lot of other garbage.
No.
Bond,
I didn't think about it that way. Bond has a point. You guys didn't really get everything you were looking for, like PlayStation fans. PlayStation fans got what they were looking for. You guys did. We're still waiting.
Thank you. Mocha said it personally. It may not have been perfect, but I got what I was looking for. Nintendo fans, we ain't getting no Metroid Prime 4. We ain't getting no.
That was never like promised to be here. That would be like going into. That would be like going into the Animal Crossing. Yo, man, where's Metroid Prime 4? What is this? Like, no, they never promised that Metroid would be there.
We'll go by that logic. Mocha, when you watched that Sony conference, was Spider-Man 2 promised to you?
No, it wasn't. And
it
people
just,
actually
was Wolverine promised to you?
No.
And you got it. It was Forsaken and Project
You can't expect everybody to be PlayStation, you know? Like
No. What I'm saying,
PlayStation does.
If PlayStation, no, that would be like PlayStation saying this is a showcase, you know, mainly for the rest of our 2021 lineup, and then you were to be like, yo, I wasn't expecting Wolverine there. I wasn't expecting, you know, Spider-Man or something like that. Then you would have a point. Nintendo, PlayStation
is that we got what we were looking for.
No, I'm saying
more, and you guys didn't even get what you were looking for, let alone more.
PlayStation Showcase was more open. That's why you were able to get games that were deep out into 2023 and beyond.
Excuses.
If Nintendo says, I'm not
just
doing
hearing
this.
Damage control. Like
There's
I
nothing
said,
to damage control.
Like I said, all we care about is results here, Blandrew. We don't care about excuses.
Jack, am I making sense?
No.
Jack, no. I didn't ask you to, Jack. I was probably
I understand both points, man. I mean, if you want to give it a 9 out of 10, man, go ahead.
I'm saying I'm saying Nintendo's. If you look on their Twitter account, they said this will be a direct.
I can understand you want pretty much looking for the stuff they think you should be looking for. Is what just what you said.
Yeah, like
right?
if they say, like, Nintendo tells us this will be a conference for games mainly coming out in 2021. I'm not going to be going in there. Yo man, where's Breath of the Wild? Yo man, where's Metroid Prime? They already said this is a showcase focused mainly on 2021. So why am I looking for games that don't even have release dates or release years?
Why did they show Bayonetta, which is a 2022 release?
I told you they had
that.
No, I told you that they had games that weren't in 2021. But like I said, I was expecting to see Advance Wars, Big Brain Academy, Mario Party, Metroid Dread, and a bunch of other stuff that were 2021 games and maybe 1 or 2 2022 titles.
Oh, only 1 or 2. So you see how particular? Like you just say every excuse for him, Blandrew. Just
BG, were you in my Twitter Spaces?
Yes, I did listen to it.
Did you ever hear me say Breath of the Wild?
I don't believe so.
Thank you.
I don't believe so.
Did any Sony person say Wolverine or Spider-Man 2? Didn't think so.
Well, we need to wrap up, good gents and ladies. But I want to get like anybody else's score that wants to give it. Jack, your score?
Give the rest of the scores.
I give it a 3.
And what'd you give Sony by comparison?
6.
Okay.
Mocha, your score?
For Nintendo?
Yeah.
3.
Okay. Morgan, your score on this direct if you watched it?
I did, but I'm not even going to give it a score because I've come to the realization that Nintendo games are not meant for me. So I just let it go. I'm just like, I can't really rate it because it's not the games that they're not catering to me.
Yeah,
so I just let it. I can't say like, oh, this is bad because not.
I got you. Just said that shit is not gradable.
I didn't realize it was
That's not
bad.
what she said. You've been messy. But
I can't tell if you passed or failed, but I will recommend you drop this class.
Oh man, does not apply.
Not what I did.
Oh man. Smooth, you there? Grade,
Yep,
letter grade for Nintendo?
I did not watch that bullshit.
Oh man.
See? So the highest rating for this piece of shit conference was literally Mocha at a 3.
yeah,
Besides
because I like
Blandrew.
Splatoon 3. The release of Splatoon 3, the announcement for that, that was nice. But other than that,
Well, Blandrew, I'm sorry, I didn't, I wasn't thinking.
Trust me, I fully expected you guys to,
No, I should have got you for some Nintendo backup, man. Like, I honestly, because you know what it was? I was thinking about Kana. Because I honestly didn't know this direct was even happening until it happened during a week. So, I got, I was getting guessed around Kana. I should have got you some Nintendo brethren backup. I got you next time, man.
Why does Blandrew need backup when Smooth and Jack don't need backup?
Hey man,
Jack has you and BG.
backup.
What are you talking about?
What you mean?
My pony.
Yeah, he's got BG and Bond on his side.
I am not a pony.
You said BG and Bob ponies now?
I am an endorser of quality. That's what I am.
Been a pony.
And they just like quality.
Look at this lineup right now: Bond, BG, Mocha, and Morgan. That's 5 PlayStation guys right there. He does not need any more backup.
I'm sorry. How am I a PlayStation
Guys and
guy
girls,
again?
Guys and girls, sir.
Yeah, excuse me. I apologize, Morgan.
Exactly.
Mocha.
BG, put up a poll. Trash or not trash for this Nintendo conference?
Oh wow, a PlayStation panel with a PlayStation audience saying a Nintendo conference is trash.
You need to stop.
No, I'm not surprised.
Because I play. You could look at my Exophase. I play PC. I don't play PlayStation. In fact, the last time I turned on my PlayStation was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 games ago. Blandrew was the last time I even turned on my PlayStation. And it was for that trash called Returnal. So just be accurate about the stupidity you talk about.
Mm-hmm. No, that's why I'm wondering why you cap so much for PlayStation and you go so hard from it if you don't even play on the platform.
I just keep it real. And for going along Xbox games this year, I played Like a Dragon on Windows. I played Flight Simulator. I played Gears 5. I played Gears Tactics. So that's 4 Xbox games this year. Plus,
You
the
said
Master
like a
Chief
dragon?
Collection, Yakuza Like a Dragon.
It's not an Xbox game.
I'm just saying, I played it on the Windows platform
Well,
via Game Pass. And on the PlayStation side, the only games I played this year were Returnal, Trash, and Ghost of Tsushima. So I've actually been in the Xbox ecosystem more than double this year, Blandrew.
Well, Blandrew, let me say, I am wholeheartedly happy for you that you enjoyed this conference. You know, you know, my heart is overjoyed for your happiness, good sir.
Absolutely, I appreciate that. I'm playing games from this conference. I'm playing games from this conference right now, while you guys will be waiting until next year or 2023 and beyond. But
no, because they'll be playing Halo and Battlefield this fall, which aren't on Switch. Same with
that was Halo was in the PlayStation Showcase.
I'm just saying, you're talking about you'll be playing games while people are waiting to play games. No, everybody else has been playing games.
I specifically said from the PlayStation Showcase, but continue.
They just got done playing Counter.
All right,
which wasn't at the PlayStation Showcase, but continue.
I'm just saying, they played it. They played a PlayStation game,
which wasn't in the PlayStation Showcase.
Jack, get the super chats ready. So yeah, we about to get out of here. I'm just going to skim over some quick news. Fall Guys set the Guinness World Record for the most downloaded PlayStation Plus game ever. There's a rumor there's a rumor that Quantic Dream is working on a Star Wars game. I thought that would be pretty cool. Like if they made like the story type games they make, but for Star Wars. I'm here for that.
What a waste of talent, Star Wars. Ugh.
I'm here for that.
Like they're so original. I would just like for them to keep doing their own.
Exactly. Like, come on, give me something new and fresh.
The last three were just
Damn Star Wars.
That's a good point. That's a good point. The PS4 firmware. There was a PS4 firmware update that fixed the CMOS battery issue. The PlayStation pretty much, like, I guess, dying when because of the battery. So they patched that. Now it's fixed. I guess people who are still keeping their PS4s are happy about that.
Complaining works.
Yeah, complaining works. Unless you're a Nintendo fan, then it doesn't.
Cool. World War Z Aftermath came out this week. I actually wanted to play that, but as Bond claims, I don't got no friends.
Is that
no? You don't have any friends.
I don't believe those were exactly my words.
You say you got mostly women friends.
Exactly.
And once again, why does Bond act like women aren't people?
Hey, Morgan, and Mocha, y'all gonna play this?
Here's also a bigger point. You are a married man now. You just can't be rolling up, hanging out with chicks all the time now, BG.
Why not?
It's different.
Facts. And now, like, didn't you say like most of your female friends you smashed them?
Thank you.
Whoa,
Like,
Mocha.
yeah,
First,
you
number
smashed
one.
them back
Number one.
Whoa.
Whoa.
And now y'all playing Monopoly while you married.
Whoa.
Thank you, Mocha.
Whoa. First of all, Mocha, stop putting my business out there. That's number one. Number two, most is not all. Okay. But that's why I said
Monopolies with bitches that you fucks.
Thank you.
First of all, why Monopoly specifically?
You're not supposed to be dapping hands to no bitch that you suck your dick in.
First of all.
Yo, Mocha is like Anakin Skywalker. She fucking brings balance to the Force.
First of all, let me clarify something. Those women that you're talking about, I don't even associate her or. I'm in no contact with them anymore.
You keep your wife away from her, but you don't stay away from her.
No, I don't have any contact with them. The ones that I'm friends with, those are the ones that are just friends. Those are the ones that have always been friends.
It's funny you say I only view girls as sex, but you can't be friends with the girl you had sex with. Imagine that.
I see what you're trying to do, Bond. I know what you're trying to do, Bond. You trying to twist that on me.
I could be friends with girls I've been with because I view girls more than that. Unfortunately for you, if you fuck them, you can't be friends.
See, Bond, you slick. All right, that's cool. That's cool, Bond.
Mocha has a point. For example, if I was fucking married, or hell, even my number one right now, she don't like me hanging out with other girls because she knows what's gonna happen or what could happen.
So you're saying that you can't be around other girls without?
No, I'm not. That's what you're saying. I can't. I'm saying it's disrespectful to your partner.
I disagree.
People be hanging out with other girls.
I disagree.
Okay.
If you're an adult, if you are an adult, you can have friends of the opposite sex. It's not a big deal.
How would you like your wife going out with a bunch of dudes every weekend?
But I'm not going out with them. Not without her. I never said I'm going out with them. I said my friends are female.
Well, so what are you, pen pals? You type on Facebook Messenger?
Bond, there's this new invention in the last 20 years.
You don't hang out with them.
Hold on, wait. There's this brand new invention. It's called a phone. You could text people.
You texting bitches and you married?
Oh man, y'all hear this? You literally. Let me just confirm. Let me just confirm. Let me confirm for the record that married people cannot speak to single people of the, well, it doesn't even matter if they're single or not, but people of the opposite sex. I'm just getting confirmation.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
You cannot speak to them. That's what I'm trying to get the rules.
And I'm gonna say this right now, in a hypothetical situation, if Mocha opened up her man's phone and seen that he was DMing other chicks, I would bet my life there would be a problem.
No, absolutely not. Because real talk. If you're having just regular conversation, there shouldn't be any problem. If you're having if I'm texting like my friend from college, and like I saw like, for example, on LinkedIn, like, oh, she got a new job. Oh, congrats on a new job. How you been?
So you do that on Facebook.
What's the problem?
Not in text messages.
What's the problem? I don't do anything. No, because they're my friend. You don't have to only speak to your friends on social media. I don't use Facebook. I don't use Facebook.
Yo, this shit is
Facebook. Y'all are literally saying, listen,
congratulations. I saw you post on social media. You got a new car. I just wanted to tell you congrats, but what's been good with you, though?
Now, if you post on their Facebook wall,
y'all are literally
public, that's one thing.
Y'all are literally saying that married people cannot text or why?
What do you mean?
So hold on. So wait, hold on. You mean the content of the messages don't matter?
Nigga, you should not look.
Y'all sound crazy. Y'all sound crazy. Y'all sound insane. Y'all sound insane.
If your wife was texting, would you be cool with that?
Exactly. I had plenty of good female friends. When they got married, we don't talk anymore, and it kind of sucked. But you have to understand, like, no nigga will exactly.
Y'all sound insane.
It's literally like no man wants his wife DMing and texting another man.
Y'all sound insane.
Texting like, oh, we just friends. Like, fuck out of here, bitch.
Y'all sound insane.
Nigga.
Like I said, y'all sound insane.
I'm the only friend you need now.
Because once again, y'all are making it seem. See, even the way that y'all are portraying it, you acting like y'all acting like I'm jumping in somebody's phone, like, yo, what's good with you? What's up? Like no. First of all, no, because bro, listen. Let me talk. Listen, when you're an adult, there is an adult professional, like, non-sexual way to speak to another adult without it listen, the content matters. Content matters. Listen, when you're an adult, there is a way to speak to people in text message form where it is not a big deal. When you're an adult, maybe y'all will get there at one point in your life. Maybe one day in life, y'all will get to the point where y'all could speak to other adults and it ain't nothing. Y'all not there yet. Y'all not there yet. Maybe y'all will get there one day. Y'all are not there yet. Y'all will get. Don't worry. I promise y'all gonna get there one day. You're not there yet.
I'm Mocha, I gotta ask you a question. Most of my friends are married. You know who their friends are? They're married couples. They do married couple things together. That way, there's no like weirdness. You're not talking about, your man and your wife. You're hanging out with us.
My wife knows all of my female friends. She's literally spoken to them. She's spoken to them. She knows them. She knows them. These are. First of all, like I said, I keep a small circle. So you're talking about maybe two girls max that are like my friends that she knows. Like these girls went to my wedding. I'm not, listen, Bond, I'm not like you where like, hold on, Bond. Let me make something very clear. I'm not like you, Bond, where I have like 5 million friends, okay? I'm not like that. The people I keep around as friends are like solidified. I've known them a long time. I don't bring Bond. I'm not like you hanging out with Pablo that you met 5 minutes ago and calling your friend.
BG,
I don't do that shit. These are long time people I've known they've been to my wedding. It's not the same. It's not the same. It's not the same, okay?
How long is long time?
At least 10 years or more.
And that's bullshit because most of my friends are between 25 and 30. So next.
Okay, what is your point?
You're talking to me. I just made these friends. The majority of my friends I've known for 28 plus
so
years.
So all them people we be seeing you take pictures with, all of them.
Yes.
Bond,
they all grew up in my neighborhood in the burbs. I've known
all them 50 people.
I have known all these people pretty much since elementary school.
Let me tell you something real quick. If you got more than like honestly 15, 20 friends, those are not your friends. Those are your associates.
Yes.
Those are your associates, Bond. Those are not your friends.
Jack, how many times have I said, how could you be friends with the internet? I don't recognize people online as friends. I recognize them as NPCs because my friends I've known for 20 plus years.
Those are not your friends. Those are your associates.
Those are not your friends. That's not what BG is saying, though. Like you don't have, like he's saying true. You don't really have like 50 true friends.
Nobody
that you can,
has
like,
15 plus friends. Those are not your friends.
Nigga, how many? I have all these friends. I have all these beach houses, and I go everywhere.
Those are not your friends. Bond, how many friends do you have? How many friends would you say you have?
I can't put a fucking number, but
those are not your friends. If you can't count how many friends you have, you don't got no friends.
Because I have a lot.
No, and that's how I know you don't have no real friends.
You can put a number on it because you don't have any.
No, because those are my real friends. I can count them because I don't. Because every nigga I meet, every nigga I come in contact with, I don't consider that a friend. You do that.
Just like you could put a quick number on how many games you beat this year because you haven't beaten a lot.
Nice sidetrack. Nice sidetrack. Do another one.
Like shit, like you've seen the same people in my pictures for like over a decade now.
I haven't. I don't recognize none of these niggas.
Like Jesus Christ! Like just I've known just because
every time you post a picture, it's like a new NBA creator nigga. I've never seen this nigga before. I thought you creating these niggas and just posting pictures of them.
The funny thing is, you always say I don't hang out with enough niggas. So how's
well, I'm using niggas in general. Like they're not actually black. I'm using nigga as a noun right now.
You say your friends are 10 years is what? High school? I've known people since we grew up with Power Rangers, Pokemon, and Dragon Ball. Get the fuck out of here.
All right, this nigga Bond got friends just like he collecting Pikmin and Pokemon. All right, you got it, Bond. You got it.
It's not my fault. I grew up in a great neighborhood.
Right. Like I said,
you grew up in a place where you were scared to go outside.
Right.
If I grew up in your area, I wouldn't go outside too.
Like I said,
look at his shadow. Playing video games
like I said, like I said,
You walk outside, you want to get shot.
You done? Bond, you done?
Soil. This shit is crazy.
Bond, you done? Bond, nobody. Bond, this is why nobody believes you when you be talking about all my friends. Nobody believes when you say my friend shit. Nobody believes you, my nigga, because no adult has that many friends. Like Siri, like that's actually your friends. Those are your associates, my nigga. Those are your associates. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Those are not your real friends.
I'll send you a picture right now on the Discord.
Bond, if you drop that right now, half them niggas not coming to your funeral. I guarantee you. Okay. You drop that right now, them niggas is not visiting you, my nigga. They not visiting you. You think they're your friends because they hang out with you. They not coming to your funeral, nigga. They gonna be like, they gonna get an invite. They gonna be like, damn, my bad. Like shit. I'm mad he died. I ain't going nowhere though.
You sounding hurt right now.
I'm just being real with you.
Posting the DM.
I'm just being real with you, bro. They not coming to your funeral. They gonna see the invite in the mail and they gonna toss that shit in the shredder.
After dark, man.
I'm just being real with you.
Now, BG.
Hey, bro, I'm just keeping it real with you.
It's after dark.
Okay.
I just want
to wrap up my perspective.
Let me just say one thing. Like I said, y'all can have y'all opinion. I don't care, bro. Like Yes, I am friends with mainly females, and as an adult, I believe you can absolutely have regular fucking conversations and it be nothing to it. It's not even like I'm talking to these people like every day. I literally talk to them like once a month. Like, hey, what up? Like, how's the job going? Regular shit like that. Y'all are making it seem like adults of opposite sex can't have some regular conversation. And that's the most bizarre shit I've ever heard.
No. That's not what I was saying. See, for me, it's not even like people like, oh, it's not an insecurity thing. For me, it's a respect thing.
Thank you. That's what I said.
It's all about respect for me. I know that adults you can have a platonic relationship with the opposite sex and it's literally innocent, completely, fully innocent. I am aware of that. However, as a married man, for you to maintain these friendships, I feel like it should be if you are out at a gathering or something, y'all interact. Some type of couples thing you go with, y'all interact. You interact on social media, all of that. It's about being appropriate. Once you cross that line and you start texting them, whether the conversation is innocent or not, it's disrespectful to your significant other.
Disrespectful to text somebody?
This is insane.
As a married person, why are you?
This is insane to me.
Let's move jump in real quick.
As the other married man, what do you think, Smooth?
As a married man, oh damn, this is tough. I see. I'm all right. So since I became married, I'll just say this: I don't have as much female friends as I've done before. Any female friend I have now is probably a work colleague, and then or family type friends. I don't have any or mutual friends that we met together. So as far as I'm the type of person that I believe my wife can have her own friends and I can have my own friends. It's just that I don't have a whole lot. I mean, at this stage in our relationship, I mean, none of that shit, I guess it's not a thing where we spend most of our time together, and we do everything together. So if we're going to be hanging out with like a third party, it's going to be like mutual friends.
Thank you.
Or family.
And exactly. Everything Smooth said, it's the same thing for me. Like
you didn't say it was
let me listen. It's the exact same thing. Y'all are creating a narrative around what I do. I told y'all what y'all do, and y'all are talking about something completely different. I do not have one female friend that I met after I've been married. These are old friends that I've been new. My wife knows them. I've never been alone with them anywhere. I don't hang out with them alone anywhere. My wife knows them. If I'm going somewhere with them, so is my wife.
Why can't you if they're not just for sex?
What? All right, back it up. What is this? Back it up, bro. Back it up. Exactly my point of why.
Hang out with them alone.
This is exactly my point. This is exactly my point why nobody should take relationship talk and bond serious. This is exactly my point.
Could somebody explain this Get Out inspired photo bond put in the damn DM? I've never seen. The crazy thing is everybody in this photo is white and everybody in the picture is black. What the fuck? Like, holy shit, image behind them.
There are 4
and all the black people were all disformed and shit. Like, what the hell kind of movie that shit is?
There are definitely 4 Spanish people in that photo.
It's Smooth crazy.
There are 4 Spanish people in that photo and an Indian person in that photo. And
really? Is that you in the middle, Bob, looking like a damn cult leader? What is this?
and then there's a whole stack of wedding invitations and thank you notes in my hand.
It was like some type of Fallout postcard.
And then, as you can see in the Discord, my fantasy league's been going on since 2011. That's longer than BG's had friends. So I don't know what you're talking about, BG.
Nigga, it look like you need to blink twice in that fucking picture, nigga. What the fuck are you talking about?
It do remind me of Far Cry 5 a little bit. That's what it
I can't see it.
Oh yeah.
Blink twice if you want to be let out, nigga. That's what it looked like. Listen,
they look like they about to have a nigga auction.
Hell no, y'all stupid. Oh my god.
Jack, do the super chat.
Oh shit. All right, let me get to super chats, man. We got Tarek Ahmed. He said, "Please don't invite Xbox GED." I think he talking about Xbox University.
Yeah.
We got Jazzy Jefferson. He said, "That Xbox University dude, LOL. Y'all ask him if that's his. What's that? Y'all ask him his gamer tag. He gonna threaten the podcast live. Damn." We got Samuel Coley. He says, "So Nintendo gatekeeps nostalgia behind a scam paid online, scams more money for more nostalgia, and then releases controllers that only the people being scammed can pay for. Mafia moves." Ooh, I like that. We got Tarek Ahmed. He says, "Jack had one of the Gross Sisters attack him. Crazy." We got Master.
Wow. That's foul.
That must have been one of BG's friends.
we got
Bon, have you seen the white bitches in your photo?
Oh Lord.
No, I'm just talking about the way they act.
Y'all done? Okay, we got Master Right.
Why are you getting so defensive, BG?
I'm good.
I'll be talking about your wife.
I ain't talking about yours either. I'm talking about them white chicks.
Saying, you talking about girl? You want to talk about looks? I'll be talking about your girl.
Oh shit.
I'm just saying,
niggas can't.
Making sure we on this. Everybody can talk about everybody. I'm just making sure we're on the same page.
I mean, Bon, you ain't fucking them chicks, right?
I don't like to go down that. It doesn't matter.
Talking about his friends, BG.
Exactly.
Associates.
I don't be going down that path, man.
All right. We got Masquerade. He said Jack really got the sisterhood on his ass today. LOL. Man. We got Storm Rider Project. He said, "Is Bayonetta 3 considered censored? Because when she summoned bits of her clothing disappeared like before, but in the gameplay it didn't."
Censored. Based on the standards people give Sony, it's censored.
No.
Yes.
Kamiya already said, like, don't underestimate him when somebody was asking him that same question. So no.
Until we see it, it's censored. Just
All
like,
right.
oh, God of War is lacking gore. It's censored. Okay.
Nobody said God of War was censored. They said it's toned down.
They definitely had.
They said they toned down the violence.
That's censoring. They said it's not the same thing anymore.
All right. We got Rocket League player. He says, "What esports do you follow, if any?" I watch a little bit of the 2K League. I like watching like the Madden, what they call it, the Madden Bowls. I like watching those. That's about it. Anybody else?
I don't watch esports.
I watch esports, yeah.
Yeah, they kind of boring. I ain't gonna lie. We got Fear's the greatest motivator. He sent 2 donations. The first one says, "Mocha, hear me out. Remember the whole gamer girl bathwater incident? I'm not saying I condone it, but if you sell it, I'm definitely getting a gallon." There you go. Then he says, "A question for the panel members. What is the weight of the biggest girl you knocked down? I'll go first. 250 pounds. You said that last week.
I got a question here. Do you all make him step on a scale?
Yeah, that was kind of crazy.
You could guess.
Not really.
I'm gonna say upwards of. See, mine was like a desperate thing, right?
Slump buster.
No, the problem was, right, I was at a certain age point, and it was my opportunity to get with someone at a different age point, like that was like a bucket list thing, and it just so happened she just had to be on the heavier side, much heavier than I would have preferred. But
how much she weigh?
I mean, look, every girl is not a 10.
250 pounds kind of big, though, especially depending on the height. That's a female frame, too. That's kind of crazy, bro.
This shit crazy.
All right.
Setting up scale. Like, I can tell a girl, hey, I just can't look at you and be like, bitch, you. What am I, Kevin Samuels? Dress size.
This shit is crazy. All right, we got Blessed011. He said the initiative is unable to initiate their first quadruple A game on their own. Looking spooky right now. Well, we got Shogun Blaze Z. He says Sony help from software. This is the opposite. Initiative is the studio needing help. Are we stupid here?
That's a lie.
Okay, you want to respond to that, or
yeah, he said Sony is helping from software was helping Sony. With the like you know what I mean? If Sony was helping them, you know what I mean, it would have been a fucking Like, never mind. It's stupid. It's just dumb. Go ahead. My bad.
All right. We got Donovan Langford. He says, Smooth is right, but his emotion is literally overshadowing his point and making them not really understand what he's saying. Calm down, big dog. We got DJ King Gaming. He said, Nintendo added Koei Tecmo to Fire Emblem Three Houses to help intelligence systems after they announced it back in 2018. We got The Last Hero. He said, great show, everyone. Saw Jack arguing with the Kenan Thompson in a wig on Twitter. Flex that Jiggy merch and keep it moving, King. Appreciate you, my guy. We got Roy. He said, Smooth wanted all the smoke today. We got Donovan Langford again. He said, we wouldn't be having this conversation about the studio if Microsoft didn't call them a quadruple A studio, which is true.
There you go. Facts.
We got Andrew Wilkins.
Internally.
He got out into the public. All right, we got Andrew Wilkins. He said, last 4 Halos were factually trash, including the Wars games. This hell no incomplete is the same. Why would anyone expect it to be good? Oh, man. We got on top cowgirl position just donated, but they ain't leave a message. Then we got doggy style position that donated and said, thanks, Jack Move. Appreciate you, my guy. We got OBJ Jr. He says, BG has died 30 times on Kana. It's a pretty difficult game.
That's not crazy.
We got Larry James Wilson. He says, as much love Kana is getting, you'd think Nintendo games would be less slandered by the Sony fan base. Ain't that right, Blandrew?
Absolutely. Got people out here making slander in Pikmin, calling it Pikmam, and the same people, always trashing Zelda, but then they're quick to throw Zelda and Pikmin comparisons to Kana. Ain't that something?
Yikes. We got OBJ Jr. again. He said, what difficulty did you play Kana on? I'm playing on hard mode right now. We got Tarek Ahmed. He said, Blandrew would definitely play this on the floor with the juice box. Oh, man. We got CB3. He said, yeah, it's Insomniac over Naughty Dog after that BS letter they just put out. I agree with that. We got Fear is the greatest motivator. He said, no cap, who letting Abby hit? Hold on, what? Don't you mean who would hit? Okay, never mind. We got Larry James Wilson. He said, y'all trust Sam Maggs on KOTOR remake? P.S. I don't know. Y'all trust me? I don't know who that is.
No, it's the feminist patriarch girl we were talking about during PlayStation Showcase. That says she hates Star Wars and KOTOR and all that stuff.
I heard she was a co-writer on that last Ratchet & Clank game. I don't know nothing about her, though.
She's just an anti-Star Wars fan, basically.
All right. We got Same Mode 23. He said, to be honest, it took 5 years for Bayonetta 2 to come out after the first game. We got Eddie Mendoza. Good to see Naughty Dog at least acknowledge their multiplayer today. We got Masquerade. He said, Blandrew went from them Twitter spaces twerking after Nintendo Direct to damage control. Laughing emoji. Jeez.
Dr. Trey.
We got Ken's Jamo. He said, why BG Avatar on his Kana Let's Play thumbnails got a pair of B cups? Why are you so curvy on there, BG?
Those are just muscles.
Somebody else told me that. They were like, BG thumbnail got titties, bro. I'm like, huh?
That's how the dude drew it. Just got some muscles.
I like that picture. People making fun of it. I like it.
Cool picture. You do got a titty in there, but
all right, we got Jazzy Jefferson. He said, in my opinion, Nintendo Direct was a 5 out of 10. Chocobo, Splatoon, and Bayo 3 was the highlights. Save movie news for tweets and fuck that 3DS Disney game getting more time than a few seconds. Shin Megami Tensei 5 got. Oh, okay, that's what you're saying. We got Chris B. He said, Deathloop was in the PlayStation conference. LOL. Definitely was. We got Captain Sidekick. Quadruple A was actually a cry for help. And he got some laughing emojis. That's actually, okay, that's funny. We got CJ. He said, take a moment and go to 1 hour, 52 minutes, 20 seconds of Jack's last live stream. I don't know what I did. We got Max B. He said, give Mocha a gold medal in instigating. And I'm about to reload it real quick. See what else we got. Hold on, we got a couple of more. Hold on. Shit. These are late donations. It says Leo Jimmy. A real friend would be somebody you would call if you got put in jail. We got Fear is the greatest motivator. He says, see, this is why y'all screwed up. I actually trust my girl and her boyfriend. Huh? What the fuck?
Wild.
All right, bro. Okay, we got Jay Perez. He said, 32 years old, married 10 years, no private text or talk with other women or men. There is always temptation, especially on the man's side. It's natural human nature. Anyone who says otherwise is lying or naive.
I don't have any private. I don't have any private text.
That's Jay Perez.
I don't have any private text messages either.
And then we got
Rox to access her phone and everything whenever she wants.
My wife literally has the password to every single thing I own. She could literally see right now if she wanted to. Without my phone, she could see anything. I have nothing to hide.
All right, we got Rocks to Nobody. He said this is my favorite podcast with like some praying hands that say no cap or hands. I don't know what that emoji is. All right, I think that's it. Let me see one more time. That's it.
That's it. All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's all the. I think I touched on all the other topics. Yeah. So we gonna
podcast
wrap this
long.
up. Yep.
That was a good podcast. Very fun.
Yeah. We're gonna go to After Dark. And Jack, can you start the After Dark questions? I gotta go get some food. I'm starving.
Yeah, I go find them.
Yeah. All right, we'll catch y'all in After Dark. We ran late, so we're not doing outros. You already know who everybody is. Morgan, appreciate you coming on.
Appreciate being invited.
Mocha, you know.
Yep.
Shout out to Eminem.
You a regular. You a semi-regular, so you coming on here starting shit though, but it's cool.
This was a lot of fun. I ain't gonna lie.
Let us see it.
Mocha is not starting shit. She's keeping y'all niggas in line.
Yeah.
You just think that's starting shit.
Let them know. Speak facts.
Right.